No.
All right, and we are live. What is going on? It is the Friday Night Smashcast. We have Young J2525 in the house.
Yeah,
We got fucking Mr. R2, whatever the fuck, 2K9 is fucking here in the house. We got Papa Palpatine with his currently working on something. Kobe, a.k.a. CobraStang75.
Bald head and all.
Yeah, with his fucking bright, shiny bald head.
God damn.
And then we got Inside Eddie. Now everybody has a little piece of Eddie inside of them.
Yeah, so I was teabagging her, right? And it was...
And then we have CK Zombie in the house as well.
With a beer. Always gotta have the beer.
Oh, God.
Right, so I was teabagging her, right? She said, I can't feel it. I can still breathe.
You guys may not know this, but MK29 will know this.
CK, when did your mom get a British accent?
Oh.
Spend a bit of time over here, that's what she did.
Oh, man.
I thought she had a more southern accent with the tater.
Oh. Oh, dang, that's twice. God damn. See, you guys bitch that he doesn't talk, and then all of a sudden he starts talking and see what happens.
I'm gonna step back.
At the slide to the side and watch.
So, what is good, guys? How you guys been?
Good.
Oh, man.
So good, man. Today's been great.
I actually have to say, yeah, today's actually not that bad for me. Woke up and felt like a bag of smashed assholes, though, man. Oh, fucking chemo. The tail end of chemo always kicks my ass. And this one was actually a little bit worse because I'm still fighting off the fucking allergy bullshit. So I wake up and my kid's like, Dad, I got 10 minutes and we got to be at the bus stop. I was like, fuck.
Fuck you, Palpatine. God damn.
Magic Mike, really?
You know, every time he pops up, I gotta look at a naked Channing Tatum. Oh, have you guys seen that video that he did for Kimmel?
But you don't see
Channing all over my Tatum?
Johnny.
Yeah.
So, you know, I wake up, my kid's like, Dad, we got to get to the bus stop in 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Fucking stumbling around the house.
Roll out of bed.
And I literally got up way too fast and was like, I'm like, oh, this is going to be bad. Quick run, grab the anti-nausea meds real quick, grab the fucking painkillers, grab my fucking antidepressants and everything else I need to be fucking taken. Take the fucking, you know, I'm like, yeah, like literally, like I'm serious. Like within 10 minutes, my body's like, oh shit, all right, we're awake now. Let's be fucking running. Like I'm on fucking speed. Get him to the bus stop, and then I'm like, I'm bored. What do I got to do today? Oh yeah, I got to fucking up. Oh, by the way, anybody that has an Xbox One that is buying the adapter, you need to do a manual controller fucking setup.
There's a controller firmware update, right? What's that?
Yeah, pretty much the new fucking attachment. You won't be able to. You can plug it in and do all that shit, but you won't be able to contact anybody if you don't do the manual fucking update.
I can't help but feel that if they kept it that little 2.5mm jack,
yeah, it would have been fine.
What happened? But
yeah, we would have. Yeah, so you have to like, and all it is a micro USB, just like your cell phone. Plug it in, you know. And I'm like, what the? Because I'm like, I saw something. I'm like, be ready for Titanfall. I'm like, okay. Does this mean I can fuck with my triggers? You know, because they were always saying that you could mess with the trigger speeds and shit. I'm like, okay. And then somebody's like, I ended up going on to one of the websites, and it's like, no, you need to freaking do this so your new adapter will actually fucking work. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I tweeted out today, and someone's like, yeah, it's for this. I'm like, I thought I fucking was pretty obvious on that one. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I'm like, motherfucker, I told you what the fuck it does. You don't need to be telling me what the fuck it does.
Always one.
Yeah, there always is. I'm like, really?
Normally me.
No, it was Corsive. He fucking hits me up. He's like, yeah, it's, and I'm like, you fucking, thank you. But anyways.
Yeah, Corsive. He does that.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Oh, God, have you guys been following the YouTube community today?
No.
Has anybody heard of a certain channel getting taken down again?
Yes, drama alert. I heard that.
Thank God, and I am happy.
What, Drama Alert got taken down?
How come? Got completely shut down again.
Why would they do now?
I have no fucking idea. I know that soon it got shut down.
To be honest with you, like, his shit's actually amusing to me. I actually find it...
That's the thing, like, people like, I understand why people hate him and stuff like that, and that's cool, and everyone's got their own opinion. I don't really care for the guy, but I watch his stuff sometimes because it's funny, like you said, Smasher. But
Yeah,
why would it
depends.
have been taken down? What could he have done to have taken it down, though? That's the interesting part.
I think that the people that he's been talking about in the past few weeks have actually spammed him, and they've
No, so they
disliked
just
the crap out of his channel.
So they probably just DDoSed the. Well, it's not just disliking. Like disliking does nothing. You actually have to flag it for spam and bullshit like that.
Yeah, you've got I tried to do that to somebody. I think it was on one of Bex's videos.
One of my videos, isn't it? Okay.
No, I like your videos, except after today, I'm fucking unsubbing, disliking everything you fucking put up, you son of a bitch!
Explain to me, sir.
But no, it was one of Bex's videos. Some random comment called her, what was it? Some racial slur or something like that. She didn't respond to it, but I was like, fuck it, I'm drunk, I'll report him. It's like a 4-page process.
Yep.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck, I'm too drunk to do that now.
You're sober by the time you end up fucking finishing it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's really not. But for Keemstar to get taken down, it really doesn't surprise me. I kind of read
there's
some of
enough
the
fucking
tweets that he sends out. And it's just
He's got a favorite bot too, dude. If you ever type in fucking drama alert, instantly fucking.
I think it went down.
Dude, just tweet out hashtag drama alert and it'll automatically fade.
I just thought of something.
I'm just looking at Palpatine's picture right now, and it's absolutely hilarious with Eddie's mouth wide open.
Oh, God.
he's ready. He is ready.
Eddie, man, you got to stop leaving yourself in compromising positions on your fucking channel, dude.
I think I have an idea why it's misleading tags.
Do you reckon?
Well, did you?
Misleading?
No, Keemstars. Well, did you hear what Burnsy was doing?
Yeah.
He was stealing fucking.
People's tags from.
Yeah, he was taking. No, he was taking it from KYR Speedy and Van Us.
Mm.
He was taking their fucking tags and shit and fucking like posting it in his fucking videos.
Yet Mr. Technical Difficult gets shut down because he did the same thing, but Burns is still active. It's like, what the fuck?
That shit's not shocking.
It's popularity is what it is.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Why does Burns need to do that with KY Speedy? Isn't he like over 1 million subs now?
Dude,
You mean
Burns'
he's
channel has been dying for a while now.
Really?
Yeah, he hasn't been doing much. I
You
mean,
can only do so much with trolling until people get bored of it, which is
Yeah.
why when like the things first started, people were only doing early montages, and then the commentary game came in, and people got tired of montages. Those slowly started dying. Then the commentaries came in about the gameplays. Those started dying after people started talking about their real life.
Mm.
well, it's like
It went to the trolling and all this and all
it's
that.
funny. Like if you think about it, like Woody's gamertag, his channel's pretty much fucking dead.
He
Except for
doesn't put anything into his channel anymore. He just
Yeah.
does his Minecraft server, which is
Yeah.
probably 10 times better than what he's doing already.
oh yeah, well he's making
It's the-
fucking killer bank on the fucking
it's the
Minecraft
money.
server.
Yeah, it's the money.
He's making like
The whole
he's
Crewverse and all that bullshit.
well, dude, he's making like $100,000 off the fucking Minecraft server.
And that's not including the people that just donate.
Yeah, like he had donations of like a $20,000 donation on his shit. I was like,
one dude. It was like one dude in like England or something.
yeah. I was
It
like, what
wasn't
the?
me.
I was gonna say,
Out for a second.
if it's not you, god damn it, then who is it? Eddie, what did we tell you about that shit?
No,
When you're gonna make
I-
donations, you need to make donations to Backsmasher and his
Oh man, if I was making $10
and get Backsmasher to the moon. I don't know, fucking. I tried starting the Get Backsmasher and Xbox One, and that went nowhere. I just couldn't. I honestly couldn't
So
bring
now
myself
you're gonna-
to it.
so now you can literally shoot for the stars.
Yeah, might as well. Well, no, somebody's like, oh, you should do it. I'm like, dude, I could not. I can't ask for money. I fucking hate asking for shit like that. And it feels like fucking, I don't know, it's below me on that one. There's no way I can fucking...
I love asking for money. Fuck it. Everybody send me money. I'll take it.
Nah, dude. Like, you know what, dude? Like, all right, Cobe's family Cobe and his wife fucking sent me money, dude, and I was just like, all right, I guess I'll pay a bill. Like, it kept my electric on for that month, so I was fucking happy. But I felt really awkward, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, fuck, what do I do? Thank you? Son of a bitch. Like, I'm serious. Like, like, my parents tried to give me money at one point, and I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, when I was really fucking hard up for it, and I'm like, I can't take your money. And they're like, why? I'm like, I don't know. I don't like handouts. I never really have.
You, innit? You just can't take it.
Yeah, my whole thing was like, my parents were, they raised me where it was, you work for what you fucking have, and I could never just be like, hey, you want to fucking hand me money? Like, I got pissed off at a guy when I was outside in Philly I was outside the art museum playing guitar the one time, and I had my cup of coffee in front of me, and my lid was off, and some asshole dropped 50 cents into my coffee. And I went, and I looked at him and said, dick, I was drinking that. Like, and he just goes, oh. I'm like, didn't you see there was coffee? I'm like, motherfucker. 50 cents out, walked over to the dude. I'm like, here, I need a new coffee. Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I was pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I had 2 sips out of the thing, and I'm like, cocksucker.
And the guy thought he was proper doing something nice.
Yeah, he did. He thought he was doing something nice. I'm like, fucking asshole.
If there's one person money,
That actually brings me to something, Smasher. I actually forgot to mention that I'm actually almost passing my probation stage at work.
No shit, dude. Yeah, you want to tell them where you're working at?
Yeah, it's I know Eddie. You'll know the charity that I'm actually working for because it's in the UK, which is Macmillan Cancer Support.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, it's working for them, and I'm been on probation for about 2.5 weeks now. But I have actually almost passed my probation. Doing door-to-door for charity, which is awesome. Cancer as well.
Good stuff, bro.
How is your mom doing, by the way? I wanted to see how she was.
She's doing fine. I'm actually going to see her tomorrow. She's just had a biopsy, which is really, really cool. I get to find out what's happening, but even if I've just got a suspicion it's just going to be an operation and just see how it goes after that.
Alright, yeah, well, definitely keep us in the loop, dude, because we would definitely like to fucking know about that one.
Yes, I can keep you in the loop about some other things, but that's not for YouTube.
Whoa.
I'm only joking. I just don't like eating.
Whoa.
I like
Dick.
it.
You just got proposed from across the sea there, buddy.
Oh, but why?
You've got to turn off your light so that, puts in the full effect. Why, Backsmasher? What are you doing?
Why?
Buy Johnny a drink. Oh, God.
Yep. It's the only person you gotta donate to. Give him 50 cents, give him a penny. It'll eventually add up to at least a drink and keep that guy hammered.
Yes. What we have to say on a day-to-day basis is just basically what we do and what they can do as a charity, which it's hard because I've literally been, in the past week, I've been bitten by a dog. I've had people chase me off their properties, and I've had people tell me fuck off many times. But you know what?
Not like you're doing anything particularly bad and they're doing that to you, man. Can't they just ask nicely?
Yeah, I know.
It was actually a bull mastiff, and they're known for their front of their skull being really tough. And the dog ran at me, hit my leg, and then ran at me and stuck the nut on me as hard as it could.
Ow.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, man? I'll tell you what. I appreciate you doing what you're doing, man. I think it's fucking awesome, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too, bro.
But I'm actually thinking about upgrading all my equipment once I get past my probation, so I can actually start doing like gaming streams, like Smash Back at Counter, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the other thing I'm going to be doing as well. I will be doing the going to do it on the 1-year anniversary of the last time, and
that's cool.
So I'm going to try to get everything set up, figure out everything, and talk to a few people. Actually, some of the people at fucking RPM will actually want to help out with some of the giveaways.
Well, that's cool.
Which is funny. My handler Nicole, she told, I threw it at her. She's like, oh, that's great. Like I talk to her on a weekly basis, and she keeps telling me that she wants me to do podcasts for an hour long, or 15 minutes is what it was. And I was like, a 15-minute podcast.
Are you sure?
Okay, so we've started and we're gonna finish.
I was like, yeah. I'm like, we'd be done by now. We would literally be done by now. I'm like, really? I'm like, that is the most asinine thing. I was like, what? And she's like, well, I noticed your podcasts are a little long. I'm like, and did you look at how long people are actually paying attention to this? And she's like, no. I'm like, at a 4-hour interval, I got people staying for 3 minutes and fucking 50 minutes. So I'm doing something right.
Okay, 15 minutes of the podcast is just Eddie telling us what he's found on Reddit.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Next to just telling us, so I was teabagging her raw. No, wait, I think she was licking my teacup, I think.
It's like, really? What the fuck? And let's fire another one up. Like,
Maybe you guys will get how bad this accent is, but MK, you'll really understand this. I heard somebody when I was working in a pub rather. A guy came up to me with the dirtiest English accent, and he went like this. So I was knobbing this bird the other day, right? And I told her, bite the pillow, I'm going in dry. And I was like, whoa, that is the dirtiest accent I've ever heard. That is like really. That's basically the equivalent of like, y'all wanna go shoot some gators? That's basically. Y'all wanna shoot.
Can you talk like that for like the next 5 minutes?
It cannot get any worse than the town next to us, which is a town called Barnsley of all places. You've heard of Birmingham, which is where Ozzy Osbourne's from.
Yeah.
Well, Barnsley, we in Sheffield are known for our accent, certain things we say, but then they're known as D-Dall because they go is D that and D this and all and stuff like that. But you know when you're trying to have a conversation, it's like listening to a brick wall. You're like, what? Is all I hear. It's like, are you speaking a foreign language? No, I'm actually from Barnsley. Well, I can't understand you. Go home, please. You're drunk.
Should we talk about why CK is really mad at me?
yeah. Yes. Let's bring that topic
absolutely.
up.
So go on, CK. Explain what happened to you when you watched today's video.
Justin Bieber's.
Alright, so I was watching the Inside Eddie show because I've always got to have a little piece of Eddie inside me. It helps me sleep at
he's
night.
back too.
Except when you make that face. But
Hello, Johnny.
his video suddenly showed the hoverboards. And I was sitting here on my couch just jumping. Vanessa, we got hoverboards now! And then at the very end of the fucking thing, sorry guys, but it's fake. And I was like, you son of a
She destroyed all of our
I was
dreams.
so giddy. I was ready to face.
God.
I had a chub going. I was just ready for a fucking hoverboard. I was like, yes, I can finally fucking skateboard now. And fucking
Skateboard over water
Yeah,
where
he
it dies.
gets a chubby for hoverboards, but not for iCarly and her.
No, I
Yeah,
you
dude.
completely glossed over that one.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. And you know what's funny? You know that's her ex-boyfriend.
jailbait, dude.
That's her ex-boyfriend posting those fucking pictures too.
No way, legend.
Yes, he got pissed off at her because apparently they dated for like a day
He was
or
an
whatever.
NBA star.
Yeah, he was an NBA dude, and she said he was a bad kisser, so they broke up. And he was like, "Fuck it," and started posting them on Twitter and shit.
Hold on.
Nice.
Well, why didn't he
say?
fucking post something naked, man? Give us something, you know.
I'm
I want to
sorry.
know how this guy managed to get selfies of her in her underwear, all in one day.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm
Easily, you're an NBA star. You got a fucking dick that dangles to your fucking ankles.
I was gonna say this guy is dropping it hard. I need to get some tips, boy. Whew.
I was just about to say, it's like, if I was a basketball player and I was dating her, or I was her, I'd be thinking, well, he's earning so much money. Why would I drop this guy? Because he's in the NBA, he's famous.
Yeah, but
and
she's not exactly poor and unknown either, though.
Yeah, true.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
But on a
I've
level,
been-
on a
I've
level,
been out of the loop. Which one are we talking about?
right?
iCarly. The
Blonde
blonde.
chick from iCarly.
Blonde chick from
Oh,
Was
okay,
it
wait.
Jeanette
Not
McCurdy?
Carly,
Oh.
the other chick.
Okay, good, Sam.
Wait,
Yeah.
Johnny,
stop
you,
everything. Let me put Papa on the big screen.
Johnny, you may
Why am I in
understand.
that fucking
No, no, no,
picture?
next to it, man.
Why do I always end up in these fucking pictures?
Over there. I'm waiting for what's his name, Channing Tatum, to drop his dick in my mouth.
Is that from Magic Mike?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh god, if I show
It'll
my...
happen.
Oh wait. There's a strongbow in there. All is forgiven.
I think the funniest thing is my wife, like, honestly, made such a big stink about seeing that fucking movie. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, mine too.
I just feel sorry for the people that have to clean the chairs after.
Dude, it was...
Hey, Eddie, check the chat.
I shall.
And the funny thing is, I was like, you like that, dude? I was like, I thought you were big into The Rock and fucking, you know, Vin Diesel. And she's like, yeah, but I figured what the hell. I'm like,
Oh,
oh.
I've seen all the old ones.
Mine's all into Jax from Sons of Anarchy and the dude from Vikings who looks just like Jax from Sons of
Oh,
Anarchy.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's weird because, okay, why is the Australian guy playing the Viking?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
But he does good. It's a good show. Papa, can you tweet that at me so I can show my...
Hey, Greg, I sent you an invite, by the way.
What is wrong with CK?
What a shit.
I've seen this midget one. This one's hilarious.
What am I watching
Yeah.
here? Inspect the
It's like a
unexpected.
female me dancing.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, the midget one?
Hey, Bridget the midget.
No, it's not a porno, you sick fucking...
It's not loaded yet.
No, it's not midget porn.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
What the fuck? This guy slipped through this wheel.
just wait. Just fucking wait. It's absolutely fucking epic.
Oh!
The dude that lands on the fucking hood?
It's
Yeah, on the truck there.
Yeah. So, and then there was, of course, the, what is it?
Oh!
The Batman Arkham, which game is that now?
Arkham Knights.
Arkham Knights.
Knight.
That looked badass, dude. That was another one I had a
Yeah.
fucking chubby for.
But it was
Yeah,
just,
and you mentioned that you
the
get to
thing is,
drive around
it's
the
just a
Batmobile now?
CG.
But
You don't know
it-
that.
yeah, I know.
Everything is- It's just a CG trailer. It's just, you know.
That's something that I mentioned in my video, that it's just a CG trailer, and
But the Order
we've grown,
1889, though.
we've grown to think like, okay, CG trailer, let's not get hyped for it.
What
But
the
as we know from the Order 1886, and that's exclusively on on this gen.
Uh-oh.
So, you know.
Weightlifting. Weightlifting. What's going to happen in the weightlifting?
Just wait.
Is he going to shit out his ass?
No.
No,
No, just wait there. You'll die laughing.
Oh!
In case anybody doesn't know, the dude freaking lifts his weights and all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah!" And then passes out.
Yeah.
Face first into the fucking shit.
yeah.
Stitches on his fucking chin.
Eddie,
Face first into
Eddie,
the
have you actually heard about the 1880? Is it 1880? Whatever it's called.
1886.
Pulling the full power of the PS4.
Oh, the Order 1886, yeah. That
Pulling
looks
the
nice as
full
well, man.
power. The full power of what the PlayStation 4 is actually capable of.
You know what? I feel like, I mean, as good as it looks, I feel like they can even go more out of that because it's still
Exactly.
in the beginning of the cycle, right? I mean,
It's the full power that they believe that they can go.
yeah,
So
right
far.
now, yeah.
now.
But
It's
I believe
like-
it when they say they put a lot of effort into it, though. 'cause
It's like no one out of their right mind will launch a console and then go straight to the top. Why would they do that?
Well, you,
Yeah.
you don't know how much capacity it can do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's
Yeah.
going to be
But-
other consoles like the Xbox 360, the Xbox Slim, the Xbox Slim Slim Slim, the Xbox Slim 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 Slim. So there's got to be more.
I
It's-
love this, yeah. IGN thought that this was newsworthy. All over their Twitter, they're like, EA representatives think that the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 won't see a price drop anytime soon. I'm like, why the fuck does that matter to me? Shut the fuck up. Is this news? This is news.
Video games have been $60 for 20 fucking years. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you know what? To be honest with you, I will say I'm happy that at least the PS4 and the Xbox One games are still $60 because it seems like you went from the Xbox, which were 50, and then the Xbox 360 and PS3 were 60. I was like, you know what? That better not be 70 fucking bucks. I
I
won't be
see
buying shit.
some for 65.
Yeah, like, well, then you have the special editions, like. The
Oh, yeah.
Titanfall Special Edition can eat a fat bag of dicks. I don't care, dude.
Yeah.
Well, especially
$250.
when like I look through the FAQ and it's like, if there is DLC, no, this will not
Yeah.
include season pass. It's like,
Yeah.
why the fuck not?
I was like,
Because-
200
because,
because you're getting an
uh,
18-inch fucking stupid-ass fucking figurine that lights up.
It's because Call of Duty lost a lot of money when they bundled it up in Modern Warfare 3, which is why it didn't
They-
come in. It's
Yeah,
what
but they
it
fucking-
cost.
a lot of money, but this is
But they did it with Ghost, too. They did
No,
it with
they-
Ghost as well.
Yeah, I bought the one
The,
that you
the
got
hardened
the-
edition for Ghost was fucking had the season pass in it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing with fucking Black Ops 2.
No, they
Yeah,
didn't.
like,
Black Ops
Gold-
didn't.
Did.
Or no,
Yeah,
no.
Black Ops 2 they
Black
did.
Ops 2, they did with the
No.
hardened edition as
Because
well.
I bought the
Nope,
hardened
I had the
edition
hardened
and it
edition.
had the season pass.
I had the season pass with it.
Hardened
Yeah.
Edition and Prestige Edition both had the fucking season pass for Black
Yeah.
Ops too.
I own it.
No. No, it didn't because I had to fucking no.
Nope, not for
No, it
Black Ops
didn't.
2.
Not
You
for
had to
Black
buy it.
Ops 2. You had to fucking buy it because the
It
hardened
only had it for Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, because all it did for a hardened edition was the stupid fucking coins. You got the fucking metal fucking.
Well, and
Oh
the
no,
coin-
that's
it-
right. It was $80.
Yeah, the
It had
coins
the
had the
coins,
codes for the
soundtrack.
for-
Yeah,
for the-
that's right.
Was
Yeah.
anybody watching a bit of the infamous Second Son live streams that they did yesterday?
No,
No,
I've
it's
been
not.
watching a lot of South Park. A
I
lot
don't
of
plan on
nasty,
getting
nasty.
out.
I was watching Massive Gaming today, and he was doing South Park Stick of Truth.
I'm getting South
Sorry,
Park
the
next
only-
Friday.
The only thing I watched was Doom.
No, you played Doom.
No. They had a stream.
You watched the
where
movie?
One of the guys from IGN played with John Romero. Which
Did you watch the movie?
Fuck off with the fucking movie.
I just watched it last week.
The only decent thing I can say about the movie is when they went into the fucking first-person shooter section of the movie, and that
was good. Do you know what? I gotta
that's my
say,
last mission to make a little short film like that using that sort of technique because that was fucking awesome. Man.
that was.
I think Optic does it. It's called quick scoping in real life. It's not what I was expecting, but I gotta admit they were actually pretty entertaining.
Really? Wow. They're just like, alright, so this is how you quick scope.
Well, no, they actually have the computer animated guns, but all the first-person stuff is real-life shit.
Oh, yeah.
So they're just like something like this, and then
I'd really like to. I'd really love to see one of those kids actually just grab a fucking 50 cal and try to quick scope with that fucking thing.
Oh, yeah, no, jump off a bridge,
yeah,
spinning around in
You'd
circles.
see them all fall on their fucking ass. That's what would happen.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
gonna fall on their ass and put that bullet right through their nose.
Well, dude,
you know what? They're not gonna die. They're just not gonna have a nose.
I would just like for them just to do it with a regular fucking 30-06, dude. Just take a 30-06 and try to quick scope with that bitch. And when they're missing this chunk of their fucking nose because a fucking scope just bounced off their face.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, anybody who's ever gone hunting who has, I'm not gonna say tried to quick scope as much as try and get your gun up and fast and shoot, the running deer. Y'all know it don't work that way.
Like honestly, I've watched people do it and I never understood it, man. And even on my scope, it has a foam section on it where you can literally rest your eye on it. Yeah, and I still back my fucking eye off that bitch, dude.
No. Yeah, you always put your eye away
from it. I'll sit there. Yeah, dude, because I'll sit there and scope in, and it's got, dude. My scope has that much foam on the fucking thing, so I could rest my eye on it if I want. But it's still that fear of I really do not feel like breaking my fucking nose.
You can quick scope with paintball guns, no problem.
My It's called learning your scopes too far back the hard way.
My computer just fucking crapped out on me there for a second.
Okay, that's what it was.
What's going on?
Like all of a sudden it just fucking froze on me. I'm like,
okay. It did it to all of us.
I was like, can anybody fucking hear me?
I thought my internet went down.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting there. I'm like, no, the little icon says I'm still connected.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at it like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like, all right, I'll just exit and come back in and see how it works.
You weren't staring at a fucking frozen image of Channing Tatum wanting to rape me.
No, I got the frozen Backsmasher angry cum face.
It was like,
yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm like, god damn it. Oh well, that was fucking weird.
That's right, I silenced my phone. I gotta keep it. I silenced it.
All right.
You can let me stay.
You want me to show you how quick scoping is really done in the hood?
In the hood?
No, that's not a sniper rifle.
Don't worry, I put on
Don't you hold your gun sideways?
Shot. Don't worry about it.
In the hood?
This is how it is in the hood. I put it on single shot, so don't worry about it. Alright?
Modded controller.
I'm
modded controller.
I need you to 360 room spin.
That's the thing, I've got this wire, so I'm gonna have to do a 180.
Yeah, and you gotta shoot before you land, or
otherwise it's not legit.
Yeah.
Right?
Otherwise it's not legit.
You need to curve the bullet.
Yeah, gotta be like wanted.
I just want to go back to something that Johnny said. You actually said Optic was entertaining at some point. What the fuck?
Just that one where it was. I thought it was entertaining because I hadn't seen something like that before. You know what I mean? Like,
You ever see First Person Mario?
Yes.
What? No,
Oh, what?
I've not.
Oh my god! You need to get introduced to
it's
Freddie
Freddie
Wong,
Wong,
my
innit?
friend.
Yeah, that guy's dirty.
Because I could only think
I've
of
heard of him. He was on Epic Mealtime once.
360
Yes, he
no
was.
scope.
You've heard of him. This
That's honestly like these big, huge YouTubers that everybody else knows. The only way I hear of them is if they were on
Epic
Epic
Mealtime.
Mealtime. Yeah, like
I
the
know,
who are the guys? Oh fuck, now I'm gonna forget their name and look stupid.
Ha.
All right, so
You
moving on.
didn't need to forget the name to do that, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Eddie's not quick scoping anymore. I don't
Here's
need.
Johnny.
I
That'll
don't need a
entertain
little
you.
piece of Eddie inside me.
Let's just clear something up. You can't say moving on. That's my patented catchphrase.
It's
Keep
only
calm and
patented-
white trash on.
It's only
Yeah,
patented
white
in
trash
England.
on. I'll take that one. I like how Eddie does that too. It's just moving on.
No,
You know what? When
Like
I
it
first
cracks
did
me
that,
up every fucking time.
I thought I was gonna be annoying when I did that, and then everyone was just sort of like, "Oh, your thing's so moving on."
I'm
And I
gonna
was-
I'm gonna take it and just like go the opposite direction.
Cock in my mouth.
No, I'm translating. I'm gonna be like transition.
Oh man.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I was actually kind of impressed when I first saw your show, Eddie, because some of the stuff, like, I shit you not. And I was just like, that is the perfect catchphrase, but nobody fucking uses it.
Yeah,
And
but
it's the way you do it.
It's just the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit you not. Like,
We've
eyes
already
closed,
gone
like, I
through this.
really can't believe I'm about to do this.
We asked him. He says it takes like 40 takes to get the perfect one.
It's so bad. Trust me. I mean, the 7-minute shows I take 45 minutes to record. That's how bad it is.
No.
Yeah, I hear you.
You take 5, but you just masturbate for the rest of the time.
Yeah, I've got to do that.
Well,
every now and again.
he had what was it, Jeanette McCurdy's selfie up there?
Yeah, he had me working out. Shit.
I like
Hey, I haven't watched the new one yet. Spoilers.
Shush, don't say it.
Watch the new one. Watch the new one, Johnny. You're gonna.
It's in my watch later. That's the only way I
Oh,
can
man.
catch all the videos now is use that watch later list, which fucks up half the time.
Yeah. well,
Mind you, I've got like 80 videos in there right now, so I really need a good fucking YouTube binge soon here.
I was gonna say
It's
like,
on
my
Doom.
I was
Well,
actually
yeah, I've
surprised,
been watching a lot of that.
My FIFA video. I was actually surprised you actually watched a FIFA video, which I didn't expect you to do.
Who did?
you did.
You.
I did?
Yeah, you watched the one.
He was
I did.
drunk.
Oh, the
you don't
derpy
remember?
one! The derpy one! Yeah, I loved it. The goalie's like,
How'd that
and the
go?
ball just.
Oh, I just want to point out to you guys that Cobra looks like a giant thumb.
Hey,
Don't
It's
look at
just,
you.
it's just
fucking
there.
haircut.
Oh, I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna knock it. I love that haircut.
I'm out of options, is
Oh,
why I
gotcha.
have that haircut.
I just noticed like Cobra's the only one not talking, and he's kind of leaned to the side.
He's
and I was
leaned to the
like,
side. It looks like a thumb.
like he's giving me the
All right,
thumbs
everybody, click that Cobra Stang button.
up.
He's like, sons of bitches, I hate you all. I'm gonna fucking murder all of you in your fucking sleep. Backsmasher, when I come to your house, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, just wait till I get to Canada.
Well, he's not that far away. I mean, shit, he is in Michigan.
I need
Oh,
you guys
yeah,
to leave
yeah.
a comment, staying it
You
up.
live closer to Toronto than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh man, yeah. Sorry, I hear
the
silence,
fuck?
so I feel the need to.
Charlie
break it
Intel
up.
just fucking tuned out or tweeted out that they've got Titanfall already.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of pictures.
I
of people who've got them already.
More focused on looks like a Game Boy, a copy of Doom, and a thing of yogurt behind Johnny.
Ranch dressing.
Oh, well.
Am I right about the Game Boy?
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's a
god, that is
Game
the
Boy.
best advertisement I have ever seen, Eddie. That is fucking epic.
If you guys want to see, I sent a link in the chat. It's basically these boxes sent by DHL, and they've got thermal paint on them, and it says DHL is better or faster. Was it one of those
Faster.
ones?
It's
Faster, yeah. And they super cool it in like a freezer, and then the box becomes black, and then they tell these couriers like Parcel Force and what's the big UPS and all of that lot to come and pick up these.
They're delivering these massive boxes, and as it warms up, DHL is faster. Is all you see on these boxes. Awesome,
dude. That's fucking epic.
DHL in the UK are absolutely phenomenal for joking with other people. That's one of the things they are known for. Besides delivering,
dude, that is fucking epic. That's absolutely hilarious. Dude, did you see the one of the FedEx fucking chick that was like chucking the fucking packages and shit? She was all pissed the hell off, fucking throwing boxes and shit left and right. Of course, she ended up getting fired, and they had to do the whole fucking, you know.
We're sorry about this.
Yeah, we're sorry about this. This never happens. Shit like that. That's fucking epic, though. That fucking DHL did that.
Wait,
it is beautiful.
On the same subject, have you seen the video where the guy pulls up to a house, starts putting the trash in the back of the van, and starts pulling the mailbox off and throw it in the back of the van?
Yeah.
Like, didn't he get his post that day?
There's some people that are definitely just fucking retarded. Like my neighbors for across the street. Just wait till you fucking see them, Cobe. Fucking Jungle House, dude.
Oh shit.
Oh
Palpatine.
yeah.
What are you gonna do to me?
Cadillac in the drive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Palpatine. I've seen that one before. That
I know,
but
Johnny's never seen first-person stuff before, and Freddie W is like the first person I've ever seen like really.
I watched a bit of that Mario one. It's pretty cool. I'll watch it later.
This other one's actual real life.
So isn't Rocket Jump their actual podcast?
Rocket Jump is what he renamed his channel to, and they do.
You know, they started off as Freddie Wong. They did their whole YouTube channel for a while. Freddie W, sorry. And they launched this company called Rocket Jump, and they've got a website, rocketjump.com. I think it was 2 years ago when they started.
When he did the VGHS and started really collaborating with like actual.
They made like a web show, and it's called Video Game High School. It's actually really good as well.
Yeah,
I agree.
Oh, and speaking of which, the Shaytards hit their 5-year anniversary, and he is done.
Yeah.
He said he's done doing the everyday vlogs.
He's done daily. He said he's gonna do them here and there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, can you imagine fucking like vlogging every single day? Like, I mean, Charles Trippy and his wife Allie have been doing it for. I mean.
Oh, I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah,
I think
but
they're on, like.
The difference is they actually like travel a lot more than the Shaytards do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Shaytards have everything out in California and shit like that, and. You know, Charles and them, well, they just went out and did, you know, the thing there, and his wife was in Japan for, was it like 2 weeks or whatnot?
Something
Yeah, for one of their friend Yuki's graduation present. His dad flew him out to Japan to see the rest of the family, which was pretty fucking cool. But yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could vlog every single day, because when you think about the amount of footage you got to fucking cut.
Well, I'll be thinking about being funny every.
You don't have the whole. You don't vlog the whole day.
No,
they
but
only vlog for like maybe.
You know, I could
upload
a video every day, but I can't record one every day. Like, you know, like I could sit there and record 4 or 5 in a day, and be good for a few days. But I couldn't. I don't know. That's me.
Yeah, but, well, dude, they record more than an hour a day.
Life.
Yeah, they record their life, but you think about it, like each. From what they're doing and shit, like they're doing like 6-hour intervals, shit like that. You know, I mean, still, it's got to be a pain in the ass to fucking be doing all that shit. Then fucking, you know.
At first, it wasn't. At first, they only recorded maybe. He said he only recorded maybe an hour a day.
Yeah, and
if he wasn't busy, if he was busy, he'd just record a standard like 5-minute video in front of his computer, apologizing for not having any stuff because there was nothing that went on that day and. Or he had work and went to sleep. That was like the first year or two. And then after that, they actually, you know, they got bigger and more known. That's when he quit his job and went over. They started the Maker Studio, and that's where things became more, I guess, interesting on a day-to-day basis.
Well, once it did get really interesting because I mean, you think about it, like what was it, year 3?
Well, like each year, I feel like he had a kid, even though it was only twice.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about Shaytards. I was talking about Trippy.
Trippy. Well, they moved here and there. Not that they moved. I mean, he toured.
Yeah, like he toured. So I mean, that definitely made it a lot easier. And then year 2 or year 3, he ended up having the brain tumor. That's when they found out.
Eddie, what the fuck?
Fuck is that?
I found that, right, and I was like, there's so much going on in this picture that I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm looking more at the owl eating the
So
fucking
no,
rat.
actually, it's the
Yeah, one's
outer
like
left.
eating a rat, the other one's like doing the dubstep over on this side, and one's licking his lips. I don't know what's going on. Anyway,
One's asking, what does the fox say?
yeah, that's what he said.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh. Dude, my daughter fucking runs around the house fucking singing that song. The baby drives me up a wall.
Eddie,
I hated it till I heard the metal version, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, that's not bad.
And then Pleka did like the hair ballad version.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah.
fucking hilarious. Like,
Actually, the guys who did What Does the Fox Say, they've got that Do You Like the Dubstep or something?
mhm.
And, that I love that song.
Stone,
It's like
I really like
Disney-inspired,
Stonehenge.
What does she like the dubstep? I don't know.
Do you like more that they actually like they actually put subtitles for the dubstep?
Mhm.
Yeah, well, everything about that video was awesome because it was, I mean,
Disney-esque?
well, not just that, but the dubstep section was actually decent dubstep. Because a lot of those parodies just throw a couple of wub-wub basses, but
It cracked me up that like they had him on Jimmy Kimmel, that he had him on there, and they were doing What Does the Fox Say and shit like that.
I actually flew over to Jimmy
speaking
Kimmel.
of Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, dude, or not Jimmy Kimmel, fucking Jimmy Fallon. Sorry.
Oh, but Jimmy Kimmel had Rob Ford,
Jimmy Kimmel?
and it was an awesome interview.
So, what do you guys think of Jimmy Fallon taking over the Tonight Show?
Until Leno wants it back.
Yeah, he's not getting it back. They fired him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, Leno got fired. He got
And Conan's just sitting here on TBS going,
like,
fuck
what
you,
the fuck? Fuck you. Yeah, dude. Did, you know what, that sucked. Like, that was the absolute kick to the dick to Conan because he came in and
Yeah.
fucking failed miserably. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we're going to put Leno back on TV, but we're going to move him to primetime. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Well, not just
Okay.
that, and then when because there was something that, they were going to do 3 late night shows,
Yeah.
right, with Leno, and then Conan at 12:05.
Yeah, they
And
pushed
then-
him back, and then it was Carson fucking whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it was. And then they...
Well, no, and Fallon still had his,
yeah, it was
and
just...
then Carson Daly.
and then
like,
Carson Daly, which was like fucking stupid. And then, finally, I can't blame Conan for being like, fuck you, what the hell, you're pushing me back now?
Well, not. He said he didn't want to be the guy that pushed the Tonight Show into the next day.
Yeah.
Right? And I think Conan did. He's done okay for himself. I mean,
Oh, he's done solid with TBS. I mean, if
Oh,
George, because once George Lopez kind of made that stepping stone over to TBS, his show was phenomenal. And then he got Conan to come over there. He had to wait for his contract to expire. And
yeah, his no whatever.
There's no
clause,
fucking
yeah.
compete clause. And then once that expired, he came over, and that was doing great. And then George Lopez's show, for some strange reason, just started going fucking, into the shitter. And then,
Yeah.
and now he has another show that's coming out actually, a sitcom that he's doing. But I have to say, I was actually impressed with Jimmy Fallon, because nothing against Leno, but he was like that creepy uncle that said
Yeah.
like those stupid jokes that everybody was like, ha 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 ha. All right, dude, that shit was funny 20 years ago. Can we please get somebody young in?
The guy
Well, I
was a
think that's
legend.
what happened.
Oh,
Conan
yeah.
over is Conan is not Leno. It's a
Yeah, he's
Leno
completely
was
fucking
like
different.
like ultimately what I would do when I used to watch late night TV like that was I would watch Letterman and then switch over for Conan. And
Conan. God damn it.
Conan.
He's not fucking Conan the Barbarian.
No.
It's fucking
Yes, he is.
No, according to South Park, we both watched it, Conan.
Actually, speaking of Conan, I just pulled up the WWE stuff, and apparently Conan created himself in WWE 2K14.
Okay. Anyways, getting back to the topic.
Conan.
What's the topic?
Conan, not Conan. Jesus Christ, he's
Conan,
not the
goddammit.
fucking barbarian, goddammit.
Conan.
Yeah, it's Team
Conan.
Coco.
Conan
Coco.
the O'Brien.
Oh, I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this, but check this out. Woman, are you nice and comfortable?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You need a beer, don't you?
Give me a fucking beer.
Now, zombie, I gotta ask, does she have the ring? Is she an official wife?
No.
Okay, don't do it, because she's only doing that so you'll buy the ring.
Yes.
Okay? Buy the ring, it'll be get your own fucking beer.
Yep.
Okay? We've all been through this. They change.
It changes. The second that piece, the second the fucking ring comes in, is involved, and the piece of paper.
Ooh. I'll be right back.
And here's the death of CK.
Grab yourself the sword.
So,
Right, Eddie? Get yourself the sword.
But the second, Jimmy Fallon came in, it was something new, something fresh, and
Nope, never mind. She grabbed an axe.
I will definitely say that I think it's a lot better, what he's doing, just because it's amusing at least.
Who's after him?
I have no clue.
I don't.
Who
I
took
stopped.
over for? It was another Saturday Night Live guy, I thought.
Oh, Seth.
What was it? Seth Meyers?
Yeah, Seth Meyers, I think.
Okay. Seth Meyers, he does Weekend Update, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he did.
Didn't he have a show that started that bombed out?
Yeah. You know who I usually end up watching? I don't know if he's on anymore, but Craig Ferguson, because I think that dude's fucking hilarious.
love watching Craig Ferguson.
Have you seen his stand-up? Oh my fucking god, it is fucking hilarious.
Well, he's the guy who said the whole thing that I told you the other time about Canadians, they're really nice people until you give them hockey sticks.
Yep.
Don't send them over to war with guns. Just give them hockey sticks and say the Taliban has the puck.
Following that one, I still like what Ralphie May said.
I love Ralphie May.
Get rid of all the prisons, send all the rapists, murderers, child molesters, send them over to fight the wars for us. Because as of right now, prisoners have better accommodations than our soldiers.
No, yeah.
Do you know... And this was way back in the day. Oh, shit, I gotta go soon. Oh, no, I don't gotta go soon. Oh, no, okay,
ADD,
wait, sorry. ADD, okay. Do you know that back in the Vietnam era, and I pronounce his name wrong every time, Sonny Barger,
That guy.
King of the Hells Angels, anyway.
Yes.
He fucking volunteered. He's like, yes, Mr. President, the Hells Angels are ready to go to Vietnam and fight.
Hey, dude, you know what? To be honest with you, at that point, it's an honest fucking making and killing.
Yeah.
They're not being serious. I mean, you might as well use our fucking resources instead of screwing it. And what sucks about it is, I have so many friends that I have lost thanks to this lovely fucking bullshit over in Afghanistan, where it originally, what blew my mind was, okay, so we had 9/11, and apparently we were going after Al-Qaeda and the Taliban, and for some strange reason, 2.0 figured, I'm going to one-up my daddy, and we're going to go after Saddam. Hold on, wait, weren't we supposed to go after the Taliban? Well, he's got weapons of mass destruction. All right. Why are we going after Saddam? Why aren't we going after the Taliban? Well, we can't find them. Well, where are they? They're in holes. Okay, well, we have bunker busters. We have A-10s. We can fucking drop that shit.
Well, they said a problem they were having.
Well, hold on. 3/4 of Afghanistan is already fucking mortar shelled. I mean, seriously, dude, it's fucking rocky fucking train and blown the fuck to shit.
Oh,
and it sucks too because northern Afghanistan, from what I remember, was really a beautiful place.
Yeah, it fucking was. And you know what, dude? I'll tell you what. Here's the one thing I cracked the joke at. I said, you know what? Fuck blowing everything up. All you got to do is get some Agent Orange and some fucking napalm and just set all the fucking hash plants and the fucking dude. If you ever see some of the videos, man. Go to Funker, I think it's Funker 530 and Tactical, and watch some of their videos are fucking awesome. But some of the shit, dude, you got these guys walking through these fucking Afghani gold fucking plant farms, man, where these plants are taller than them. All I'm gonna say is, you want the war to stop over there? Just set half their fucking fields on fire. They'll be so fucking stoned they won't know what the fuck to do. They're not gonna fire the fuck back. Get all the opium shit and fucking have them fucking smoke some opium and fucking smoke some fucking hash. Everything will be fucking A-okay.
Oh! Just to switch gears, you guys have heard that news article about the mother who tried drowning her 3 kids in the fucking ocean?
Yeah.
Everybody rushed.
That's a Mexican story.
No, but I don't think I really want to hear more of that.
No, it comes out good.
Like
they actually
stories.
saved the kids, onlookers.
Did they stone the mother to death? That's when you need to send her to Iraq. Let her get fucking stoned. Okay, sorry.
I'll hold on. No, you keep talking. I'm trying to. My
Well,
fucking
no,
computer just.
You know, I mean, maybe shit's different places, but around here, right? If you didn't want to have kids, there are so many options to, give the kid a chance to
Live.
go live somewhere else. I'm
Yeah,
not talking about. I'm not talking about abortion. I have no judgment on abortion.
No,
I'm
but like the whole
talking
thing is, dude, there's adoption, shit like that, like.
But for Johnny in Canada, all I'm thinking about is they just hand him a hockey stick and just tell him go into the
Yeah, we're going hunting. What are you doing? Guns, bows? No, got a hockey stick.
One more time. Is this in Florida?
It's like the 300. It's all
Sorry,
I
what
see.
was
It's
that
like the
about
movie
Florida?
300.
Is this in Florida? Yes, it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep,
But
3 children
I was
in Florida.
amazed
Are
because
you
people.
fucking kidding me?
She got fucking pulled over. The cops didn't have enough to hold her on, so they let her go. People noticed her driving onto the beach to go and drown her and her 3 fucking kids, and onlookers just rushed her.
Is she
Got the
white?
kids out.
How
I
shit
didn't
do you
get that
need on
far,
a
actually.
person before you can arrest them?
Oh my! You know what? This is what pisses me off. Like, all right, I know there's some really shitty fucking retarded parents out there.
Yep.
But, like, if spare your kids' lives, fucking take your own. Don't try taking the kids out with you. And all you fucking illegitimate fucking parents out there that are fucking maybe watching this or whatever, if you can't take care of your fucking kids, fucking goddamn it, get fucking fixed. That's all I'm gonna say.
Not just that, but you know what?
Fucking put them up for adoption. At least give them a better fucking life.
Give them a fucking chance,
dude. Because
every kid that's born, and again, I'm not going to touch adoption.
I'll tell you what, dude. I'm adopted. I'll flat out admit I'm fucking adopted. And I thank my fucking mom every day that she was such a dumb whore to get knocked up in a fucking military base, and at least give me the opportunity to live with a white fucking Irish family where I get to stick out like a sore thumb. But
you're the biggest one in your family, aren't you?
Yeah, I actually am.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I'm happy as fuck that my parents did that shit. That my biological fucking mom did that.
Yeah. Well, exactly. It gave you a chance.
It gave me more of a chance because here's the fucked up thing. In Korea, and if you're not like full-blooded Korean, you're fucking outcast. So I'd be homeless. Like you're fucking shelled as an outcast. You're homeless. Nothing will ever be fucking given to you. So I was given the opportunity to live with a goofy fucking family that I think I fit in more than I would have with my own biological family. It's really weird, like having this argument over nature over nurture and nurture over nature, because I have so many more, like attributes that like my stubbornness, my fucking attitude. I'm like my dad to the fucking T. But then, like, I found out, like, about, like, certain other parents and, like, certain other family members that I'm actually biologically, like, I have certain traits like that, but I'm more of the nurture side than I am over the nature side. It's really fucking weird, just finding out, like, certain things.
Yeah.
Well, like, the weird thing about, like, my family, because, like, my kid's from my first marriage, and we got, like, a half-and-half deal. My daughter is more like my wife, her stepmom, than she is the rest of us.
Yep.
Like, to a fucking T. Like, they can both argue with me and win the argument the same way. Almost.
It's fucking funny on how that shit works, dude. Like, how nature, how, nurture over nature fucking
And it was kind of funny when my daughter finally figured out what was going on. Because she would ask my wife, Mom, the day I was born, and my wife would be like, I wasn't there. I didn't meet you till you were 18 months old, eh? And it took my kid a little while to finally figure it out, because, like, my kid was a year and a half old when she met my wife, so, like,
Yeah, so she's pretty much known her to be her mom, is that?
She's had 2 moms her whole life.
Okay.
You know what I mean? In fact, I remember she said to this one little kid, "Is that your mom or your stepmom?" And the kid's like, "I only have one mom." And my daughter just, like, looked at him so disapproving. "You only have one mom?" Terrible.
That's what I like about me and Vanessa's setup, is because when we got into a relationship, she had her well, how old was she? 11-year-old daughter at the time. She's 14 now. And that's the only daughter I'm ever going to fucking have. I'm getting fixed. Fuck that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had my son, and then we had a son together, and then she has her son from a previous marriage. So all in all, at any given time, 4 kids running around.
Yep.
It's fucking.
It's fucking
I don't
chaotic.
know.
Well, here's okay.
It's chaotic, but I can't really
couldn't see it
imagine my
any other
life
way.
before. You know, it's like before. You know, I'd go out and I'd get beer, and I'd just be sitting there and I'd be fucking selfish. And now I'm like, well, I can't get a case of beer now because, well,
got kids.
he wants
Yeah,
fucking
I
string
know.
cheese.
Well, see, here's the funny thing.
Beer is like last on my list.
Yeah, like
And to show you that I'm doing
it's
okay, I
last on
drink
my list,
beer
too.
every day.
So here's one for you. Here's one to fuck with everybody completely. So if you think about it, my wife and I, we dated 14, 15 years ago, right? Had a kid. Didn't realize I had a kid. Got back together with her, you know, like 9 years later or whatever. And then the first thing that walks through the door is my kid. And I go, oh, shit. Hi.
Mind fuck.
Oh.
Like, yeah,
So I went on a date with your mom.
No,
and,
like he didn't. Like he
I
didn't know.
left you there.
Well, here's the thing. He didn't know at the time. You know, well, he does now. He knows the whole story. But it was funny because, like, I saw photos and I'm like, and I sent them to my mom, and my mom goes, "That is you, to the fucking T. That kid is you, whether you like it or not." I was like, "Yeah, I know." I was like, but you know, and she didn't. You know, she never pressed for child support. She never pressed for anything of that sort. You know, anything of that.
Yeah.
And you know, it was just funny, like,
Oh.
like the quirky shit that he fucking does. He does, like, you know, and this is where it's really weird over the nature over nurture type one, because I was never around for some of this, and like he does shit that I do and make faces and, like, you know, the weird fucking shit, and it's funny as hell because I'm like, God damn, that kid is mine. Like he just kind of like the way he walked into the house, he was like, dude, and I'm like, dude, I used to do that same fucking walk, and like, you know, slings a backpack off, and I'm like, hey, what's going on, dude? He's like, hey. And I'm just like, oh my God, it is a fucking mini-me. I mean, like, to the fucking T. And it's so funny, like, you know, I love him to death. You know, the kid's a fucking trip. He can be a pain in the ass, but, you know, all kids can be.
Yeah, that's kids.
And I think the funniest thing is, though, when you have him and his brother next to each other, because they look exactly alike from behind. Like, same body structure, the same fucking, they're the same height. One's 10, the other's 14. Wear the same exact size clothes. They're just off on shoe size. That is the only thing. Like, Owen is like a whole shoe size smaller. But it's funnier than fuck when you're like, Owen, and the wrong one turns around, you're like, the other one.
The other Owen.
I'm like, damn it, I'm going to get name tags for you. You're the back of the shirt.
All right, we got to do something
Yeah,
to wake our
jerseys.
two UKers up, because I'm watching Eddie just kind of like passing out in the background. And
I'll be right back.
I've been up for so long, God.
I've been at work for the past like, 6 hours. I've only been at work.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's what, like 1 o'clock in the morning over there?
2 now.
2?
two.
But I have something for you guys to check out, and it is actually respectful as well. Like, can you guys see this?
Let me see. One
Hey,
sec.
Doctor Who.
It looks like a metal
It
penis.
looks like a TARDIS.
It's actually a phone box.
So,
Take one. I'll give you all one guess what you think that is actually. It's not actually a phone box.
oh, is it a fridge? Tell me it's a fridge.
No, that's actually
What the
in a
fuck
box.
is All right, so there's a fence in the background. I'm thinking it's a pay booth.
Nope, it's a toilet.
It's a toilet.
It's a toilet. That's
I'm
epic.
fucking epic.
That's epic, dude.
It's better than the usual thin pieces of plastic, blue plastic on the
What the
outside.
hell do you do? Stand up?
Oh no! In the UK, we have a law where you can't smoke inside buildings. It's actually illegal. So what people have done is took a phone box from the street, converted it to a toilet. So when people go outside to smoke, they can piss instead of pissing at walls.
So you can't squat in the UK?
You get,
It's a
you
little
get
bit
caught, it's
undignified.
actually a really big fine.
I'm sorry. We're British.
It's a little
we
bit
don't-
undignified.
We don't
What,
squat.
outside? You don't
We
squat?
don't squat.
You take
We
a
drink tea and we don't squat.
I think the funniest thing was, dude, we were in Thailand, right? The toilet literally was like, it showed footprints, it had a hose, and a hole in the ground. I went, really?
So that's it there.
I was
yeah,
like, this is where we go number 2? And they're like, yeah. I went,
No, I'm still blown away by this. You don't squat? I mean, what do you do? Fucking take a bunch of laxatives and hope for the best?
no, they hover.
aim it in that general direction and then just like, pow.
And just fucking incoming!
Oh no! That's the for people who live in piss. That's
That's great. I need to use that for a Dude, that's almost
Fire in the hole!
dude, that's
Swap,
almost
I
as
just
epic
shit in my
here.
hand
I am
for you.
Wildcat going, holy shit, it's a
Yeah,
shark
that's how you do it.
cheeseburger.
Oh man,
Oh,
that's
God,
that's just horrible. Because now I'm thinking about me, and World War III breaks out when I use the bathroom. So I always do it first thing in the morning when I wake up because nobody's here, and I'm by myself, and I'm like, all right,
And
I
then
get
he
my
rubs
fucking
one out.
books out, I start reading, and I.
Turn Super Saiyan.
But when you,
It's over
when you
9,000.
send like 20 tweets in a minute, it's because I'm on the shitter.
That's usually me playing fucking Angry Birds Star Wars Edition on the shitter on my tablet. My wife's like, "What are you doing in there?" I'm like, "I'm playing Angry Birds." And she's like, "How long?" I'm like, "My fucking legs have gone numb. I'm waiting for the feeling to come back."
Oh yeah, been there.
I've
Been
actually
there.
had that happen too.
That, like, dude, I never thought that could ever happen until, like, having colon cancer, and, it's like, all right, well, I'm pushing, nothing's coming out. I might as well start playing some Angry Birds. And all of a sudden, she's like, how long you been in there? I think I've been in here for about an hour. She's like, have you pooped yet? Yeah, I pooped twice and flushed. She's like, why aren't you?
I haven't wiped, but I pooped.
No, I've done everything.
Have you ever done the cleanup, go to stand up, and your legs give out?
Yeah, dude.
Like I haven't fallen all the way down.
But I got up, dude. I'm like, whoa. She's like, what's the matter? I'm like, my legs are numb. This hurts. This sucks. Pins and needles. I'm gonna go sit down.
Oh, here's one for you. You ever been sitting down for so long your nuts fall asleep?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
I've done that, and I think what happened with mine was it was cold out. Dude, I was hunting. I was in my tree stand, and I had a metal chair in my tree stand. Worst idea ever in the middle of winter. And I thought I had the fucking seat warmer up far enough, and apparently I didn't. And I'm like, I stood up, and I'm like, oh my God. My dad's like, what? I'm like, my balls are fucking frozen. They're inside me. And he's like, okay. I'm like, but the condensation, and I think it just stuck to my leg. He's cracking up. He's like, you okay? I'm like, grab one of those hand warmers. And I made sure to cup it in my fucking shirt because if you ever, I don't know if you guys have ever messed with those hand warmers.
I've had
those fucking things are hot as hell. So I'm sitting there like pressing it like on my shirt and sitting it on my fucking jeans, and I'm like, He's like, what are you doing? I'm like,
it's kind of that moment of
I'm like,
I'm
I'm warming the boys up. He's like, why? I'm like, because I got to stand up straight, and I think I'm going to rip my sack off my leg.
Yeah.
I can go one further on
I
that.
also, learned at the age of 13, never wear steel-tip boots when going hunting.
I can actually go one further
Fucking
on
hell, dude.
the cold balls.
That, honestly, that was the fucking worst. I had 2 pairs of wool socks on them. I thought I was going to lose my toes.
I thought you said you were wearing 2 pairs of socks on your fucking junk. I was like, really?
Yeah, I like those. Yeah, what the hell? Why not? No, but I had 2 pairs of
fucking
wool.
Rolling Stone there.
Yeah, pulling the fucking Red Hot.
Something called Deep Heat.
What?
What?
It's the spray you spray on your leg. When you go into sports, you've got stuff that's called Deep Freeze, where it's the cold spray.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, hold on. I gotta turn him up because I can barely hear him.
Yeah, he's talking very quietly. If you go into the Hangout toolbox.
Yeah, I got him.
There's a turn up option.
There we go.
Yeah, I got you turned up now so I can hear you.
I know I made the mistake of just adjusting my overall volume, and then Smasher came on. I'm like, no, we'll turn that back down.
Turn that down.
I'm actually surprised because Smasher's usually. Aren't you on like an iPad or a tablet?
No.
No.
No, on my computer. There was only one time where, for some strange reason, the chat was lagging really bad. So I ended up hopping on the tablet and being in the chat at the same time, so it could actually fucking work. But 9 times out of 10, I'm usually on my computer.
Did we talk about that time with the
Yes.
kid in Texas that had the can of beer in his bag?
What?
Wait, what?
No, what's going on?
Well, basically, there was this kid in Texas. He
had a can of beer in his bag. Yeah, caught that part.
No, he woke up early in the morning and it was like he was rushing to go out the door and he just grabbed loads of shit like for his lunch and shit like that, and apparently grabbed the can of beer by accident. Didn't open it or anything, and when he realized he grabbed the can of beer, he went to his teacher and he went, "Oh, I bought this by accident, and here it is. It's not opened or anything. I just don't want to get in trouble later by having beer in my bag or something like that." He went and did that, and then the teacher went and told the principal, and then they suspended him from school.
That's fucking.
Shit, man, is that all you
yeah, I
gotta
heard
do to
something
get a
about that.
holiday at school? Because I got fucking hammered off Jack. and had sex in a boat parked in an alley across the street.
Oh man, I used to take during high school. We'd go to the choir practice rooms, fucking lock the door, put something over the window, and fucking have fun. We used to tell who was it? It was my ex Savannah. Yeah, the little. Yeah, I remember her.
I knew a stripper named Savannah. She got a boob job.
She used to be a fucking. Oh shit, Palpatine.
What the fuck is that?
The best ever.
The kid from 300.
Canada!
I can honestly.
Oh my God, Johnny, put your face on that kid, and there's your
I can do that.
Canada right there.
Just go ahead and add it. That's like all I never cared about thumbnails until I could paste my face on random video games.
Now I have to ask, what is the worst thing you guys did in high school?
Worst thing I did.
That you got in trouble for, that you got caught for.
No, that I got caught for.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard question. I didn't really get caught.
And then the worst that you didn't get caught for.
Actually, you know the time I got in the most trouble, I told my TA, my homeroom, whatever you want to call him.
You didn't say thank you?
No. I told him because, I had problems in school, obviously. That I was in counseling and I had all these appointments, and because I knew my mom's signature, so all these periods I would skip, I would sign her signature to.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Why are you missing so much school?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm in counseling, and it's it's through the church, so he only comes down every so often, and I get my visits in when I can, right?" Well, all of a sudden, my teacher out of nowhere calls my mom.
Oh no!
About all the school I've been missing, and she's like, "He's been missing school?" And it's like, "Well, yeah, if you signed for all of it." She's like, "I signed what?" Now, you gotta keep in mind, right? Single 5'4" mom, right? 5'7" Johnny. I wasn't scared of nothing, right? And mom said, "Yeah, well, no. I wasn't scared of her at this point." And we got into an argument, and I don't fucking care, and I said some shit I shouldn't have, and mom, for some reason, and I don't, this would be viewed as abusive now, but it's probably a great learning experience. One of the best things that she did. No, she hauled off and threw me over a couch, and I landed on the coffee table. My little 5'4" mom.
There you go.
And, And I was 16, and I learned respect. And I'm not saying that you should. There are people who go too far, kicking the shit out of their kids, but you gotta know respect at the same time, right? And that's it. Learning how to play with a lion's testicles. So I mean, it's not a super bad thing I did, but that was the most shit I got in, and I'll never forget flying over a couch without touching it.
I got you beat. Check this out.
Oh,
we were
probably.
in history class, and the history teacher, the first thing I always noticed about her is she had like triple double F tits. Huge. And she always showed up drunk.
We got to clarify. Were they triple Fs up here or triple Fs down here?
They were up high. Like, I don't know if it was a push-up bra, but they were fucking howitzers, man. You just wanted to grab them and go.
Okay, so you saw her coming around the corner before she showed up. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha.
So we're in class, and before class, me and my buddy skipped our previous period, our previous class, and went to his house, had a few fun. Ended up bringing my girlfriend with me, and so we were.
How many bowls of fun?
I never did bowls, but there
had about an eighth
cigars involved.
Or in the terms of How I Met Your Mother, how many hoagies did you have?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! I think I'd had 3, and I'm a lightweight when it comes to it. So, like 3 of those, I was fucking seeing leprechauns saying, "Come out the window, Chad! Come on, it's fun." But so I'm sitting there next to my girlfriend, and I took my sweater off, I put it over my lap, and I kind of, for whatever reason, I'm staring at my teacher's tits, but I take her hand and I stick it down my pants.
Like a boss.
So she's fucked up, right? And she doesn't realize that she pulls my entire dick out of my pants. In the process, my sweater falls. For like 10 minutes, I'm sitting there biting my finger, getting a hand job, and I have no idea that everybody
Back when a hand job
was giggling.
Johnny disapproves.
The teacher finally
Epic.
just kind of stares at us, stops the class and stares, and my girlfriend just keeps going. With her left hand, she's jerking me off. With the right one, she's trying to take notes, which end up just being little scribble marks on fucking paper. The teacher says, "Do you guys want to go to the bathroom?"
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We kind of stop and look at each other like, "Why?" And she
And
just
how
stared at us.
old are you?
I was 16.
No, how old are you now?
I'm 29.
Okay, so yeah, it was. You're kind of in school same time as me, right when teachers weren't allowed to do anything.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like, if you would have done that 5 years sooner, you would have got a ruler over the side of your head. How do I know? In elementary school, I had yardsticks smashed everywhere over me.
No, that wasn't the worst
But
part.
when I hit junior high, they weren't allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, that wasn't the worst part. The worst part of it was we still didn't realize that my junk was hanging out. So I said, "Yes, I'll go to the bathroom," and I fucking stood up.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I can.
I stood up, and my girlfriend's hand, she pulled it out. She realized that
shit.
it wasn't in the pants before I did, and she just kept tapping my desk like, "Sit the fuck down, sit the fuck down." And I looked down. I was like, "Oh shit."
I
At
can.
the time, I was
So you
living
know
with
that
my
dream
uncle.
that people have when they're standing in class naked? For you, it was real.
Yeah, it was real, and I was in full glory,
Full
and it was man, it was.
He was at full salute. I can honestly say the worst thing I did, I think it was in 9th grade, I caused my teacher to have a meltdown. Like, she actually had an epic meltdown. Her boyfriend at the time just died of a massive heart attack.
Oh.
And she was egging me on. And I remember, I don't know, it was science class, and there's black slate desks that we had. And there's several compounds that react to slate that can cause a very big explosion. And I mixed several of them together, and over 3 days, the ball went from about that big down to about that big. And apparently, which I didn't realize at the time, was it would create a very loud boom. A very loud fucking boom, to the point where it set off the fucking sprinklers and shit like that. And she came in, and right off the bat, she started in on me. She's like, "Mr. Harrington, I don't appreciate it." I was like, "You need to shut the fuck up." Pulled it out of my pocket. Boom! And
You thought you were like out of a movie or something.
Yeah,
You're going to put it down, smoke's going everywhere, and you're just going to disappear.
Yeah, it just disappeared. Dude, this thing shot me back 3 feet across the fucking room. Everybody sees me go flying the fuck back, and I'm like, "I'm out!" and fucking run out.
Oh,
Next
how
thing
big
I
were
know,
you then? How big were you then?
I was 5'6", probably pushing like maybe like 200. And I start
So
fucking.
you weren't a little kid.
I
though.
wasn't a little kid, dude, and I'm fucking trucking it through school as security guards are fucking chasing me. As I run out of the fucking school, run over to the YMCA, and I'm fucking sitting there like, "Oh shit, the cops are after me. I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man."
See, and that
Dude,
for
and you-
Canadians, that's weird as shit to hear. The security guards,
Yeah, well, here's
like
the
all
funny
we
thing.
had was fucking hall monitors, if that.
Okay, now,
It really depends on the
didn't
school
have
that you go to
you
out
want to
here.
know the kicker, though. You want to know what
Yes.
my punishment was? I had to go to the cafeteria and clean up the whole entire cafeteria after lunch.
Oh.
That was my punishment. I didn't get suspended because the teacher.
I had. Yep.
The funny thing is, the teacher, like, apparently we were constantly butting heads and shit like that. There were 4 students that came out that flat out said she called me a fucking son of a bitch before I walked into the class, as she was bad-mouthing me because I heard her shit, and that's when I walked in and did that. And I was like, "Look, that's it. I was like, my mom works for the fucking school district. This is bullshit. I'm gonna fucking, I'm flipping out, yada yada yada." And yeah, that shit ended up fucking happening. And why is Kobe fucking frozen on my screen?
He's
Oh,
not
Cope's
moving.
moving.
All right, that was really weird. Like, it was funny because Kobe.
Oh, damn it! I was gonna just about get a sleep guyazzo, and then he woke up.
Because like,
Oh.
it was funny because Kobe on my screen was like, I should have fucking frozen.
It does it every now and again for me.
Speaking
You know
of
what,
punishments, like up here, the junior high I went to, we were done every Wednesday at noon, right?
Damn, I wish
And
we were like that in high school.
So like
Yeah, really.
our big
They started
punishment
like at
was,
2 in the morning.
Yeah, was a Wednesday afternoon detention. You had to stay there. And we had the science teacher, Mr. Shenna was his name. And he was supposed to be like, yo, you don't want to go there for detention. Well, I got sent there. Young Johnny. And
Young Johnny
my
Whitetrash.
punishment,
With a
right?
beard.
Yeah. No, I only had a goatee then. I had like the chin stubble down here that was so thin, but I could grow it about this fucking long.
Oh,
Kind
God.
of like this.
So yeah. Yeah, that's like my 14-year-old beard.
Yeah, thanks.
anyway.
Chemo, this is what happens. My fucking
Oh,
facial
dude.
hair.
But anyway, his big punishment, the thing that he is going to get me to do that's supposed to just fucking gross me out, is they had like the pig fetuses
Mm-hmm.
and set them up for the next day for biology class where they dissect them. And he like hands me some rubber gloves and he's like, put all these in the trays, and he opens up the buckets. And they're in the whatever fluid they're in or whatever, and I'm like, whatever. And I, without grabbing the gloves, I just reached in, grabbed one, threw it on a tray, grabbed one, threw it on the tray, and this hard ass that everybody was so scared of just fucking put his hands in the air and walked away. I'm like, yeah!
Hold on. Freedom Fries just said, a teacher when I was in first grade wouldn't let me go to the bathroom, and I shit my pants in front of everyone.
Been there, yeah, I'm on that list too.
Hey, by the way, somehow we got another thumbs down. All right.
Oh,
I'm
we know,
sorry,
you know
I
you're
hit
doing
the
it
wrong
right
button.
then.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Oh
I
wait,
hit the wrong
Eddie,
button.
Eddie, I left a comment on one of your first shows. I was going to tell you about a fight with an ex's boyfriend that I had.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Send me the-
Yeah, I remember that. 'cause
Jerry!
You just woke him up.
This was
Really
not.
woke
This
him
was
up.
just hilarious. It's an embarrassing moment for me. This happened
Even better.
4 years ago, right?
All right.
Ex-wife leaves. Ex-wife leaves me, right? I live in kind of her town where she knows everybody, and she's really that kind of gal that knows how to. But
Push
you
your
can do
buttons.
this for me, right?
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
sound effects and everything. But, I was staying out about 20 miles away in a different town, living with my dad. And I'm sitting there, and I was playing Call of Duty with my buddies, and I'd had a case and a half of a questionable substance laced with something else. But no, she sends one of her fucking bigger football linebacker-looking dudes over to my house to come and kick my ass.
Okay.
What I didn't know is that my dad, when he has a few beers and then finds my stash of Vicodin, he's a pretty brawly little motherfucker. I kid you not. I open the door. This dude fucking lays me out with one fucking punch. He's massive. Fucking bust my lip. I'm on the ground bleeding. I only remember saying, "Dad!" Apparently he ran out with 2 40s in his fucking hand, jumps over me, and fucking claps both 40s right on this dude's head.
Oh, shit.
Hits the ground. He ends up getting a gash across his fucking forehead. Stands up and starts stomping this dude for killing his son. My sister comes out of the back room too. She's like, Dad, stop! Cops get called out. Alright, so the kid's okay. He's got fucking cuts. My dad's fine. He's going to jail. I'm just kind of sitting around. An hour later, that dude's friend shows up at my house.
It's a
And he's
never-ending
not
story,
as
then.
big. For whatever reason, I opened the door and I just started kicking.
It was your go-to response, isn't it?
It was just the go-to response. All of a sudden, a car pulls up, knocks on the door. Fuck it. I jump off the mic, run over there, open the door, kick. But it was kind of those uncoordinated drunk kicks where the first one you do sets you off balance, so you try and, capoeira your way into another kick. Knock myself out again. I knocked myself out because I pinned my head to the fucking door frame, and when I kicked, my knee hit my fucking nose.
I
How
think.
did you? Were you that badly drunk that you?
I was gone.
All right, now here's one for you. I don't know if you guys ever knew this, but in the United States, back when before we actually had this, the cordless phones, if you picked up your regular phone, and you hung it up, then let it go, hung it up again, let it go, and hung it up. If you did it 3 times in a row, it dialed 911.
What the fuck?
Yeah, don't know why. I found, like, the one time my buddy's like, dude, I made a phone call the other night just doing this. Some random number rang, and I fucking hung it up. So I'm like 13, 14 years old. I think 911 was just implemented in our fucking area. I do that, and I fucking hang up, and, you know, nothing. Well, all of a sudden, my phone rings back. I'm like, all right, well, I ain't answering it. And it's my mom, you know, on the voicemail. Just, you know, she's like, hi, you've reached such and such, you know, we're not here. Well, the cops show up. And then the ambulance shows up. And then the fire trucks show up. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Meanwhile, I've just got done chiefing a fucking bull in the basement.
Yeah.
And the cops are banging at the door. And I'm like, hello? And all of a sudden, the door crashes in on my face as I kick the door back. And then the door comes rifling back at me, and I'm on the ground, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? As I have 2 cops tackling me because they heard there was somebody in the house, and they sounded like they were in trouble. My dad comes home to see me being handcuffed on the ground. And he asks him what's going on, and my dad knows all the cops. And they're like, well, what happened was, I guess your son somehow dialed 911, and we went to open the door because they knew the residents, and they heard my voice. Well, the door hit him, he hit the door, and then the door came back. The one cop's got a fucking black eye from where it's a metal door that rifled him in the face. My nose is fucking broken from the door smashing me in the face.
They're trying to cuff you, and you're on the floor, a kid basically, with a fucking mashed up nose.
Yeah, and they're like, we are so sorry. Like, my dad's like, just pick him up. Oh my God. I'm like, can you get these things off? They're like, what happened? And I explain everything. I'm like, I'm sorry, I really am. I didn't, like, all right, well, I got 150 hours of community service.
Oh,
that's doing that.
So harsh.
And you know what's funny? It's because my dad was pissed off. Because I had to take me to the hospital for a broken nose.
Motherfucker, I was going to sit back and drink a beer. And
no, dude, you know, my dad, here's the thing. My dad was never, he's not a real big drinker. Wasn't really, he was just pissed off that, first of all, there was a dent in the door from where the thing smashed me in the face. There was a dent on both sides of the fucking door because where the cops fucking, I guess where I rocked it off the dude's cheek, and then where it smashed off, he's like, you're buying a new door and you're doing 150 hours community service. So you know what I did?
Like something my dad would say, like, look what you did to the door, meanwhile you're like bleeding from your nose.
Yeah. So you know what, dude, I spent 150 hours at the fucking local police station, like, washing windows.
Oh, God.
And it was
right,
like,
so I know Eddie is not all innocent in all this. You had to be a wild child at some point.
Wild child. He still is a child.
Eddie, I gotta hear what UK trouble is like.
There's this one story
First of all, Eddie, how old are you, real quick? Eddie,
I'm 24 years old.
Okay, see, he's still a child.
Yeah, you're still a kid.
I feel like I'm in the middle, innit, somewhere there.
You're transitioning. Well, technically,
until you
isn't
turn
it
28 and realize that you're not part of the 27 club because your band sucked, you don't know what being old is like. Honestly and truly, ever since I turned 28, and it was unintentional, but that was when I stopped making music.
You didn't mean
and
to
I
turn
haven't
28?
done it, do it since. Yeah.
I want to hear this UK trouble. I want to hear what kind of trouble these guys cause, because they got a lot more lax laws about drinking than we do.
I've got a couple, like, let me say the one about, like, when I was a kid, when I was in school, because we was talking about what was happening in school, first of all, like, what things we used to do, right? And this is the most embarrassing thing that happened to me in school one time. There was this really, really, really hot teacher, right? And everyone liked her. And I was like, oh my God, this is the hottest woman I've ever seen, because it was the only woman I'd ever seen. I went to an all-boys school, so it was just
that
guys,
explains why he loves horse stock.
There you go. And I'm walking down, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so hot. And she's standing in the hallway, and we basically had to sort of like squeeze by to get there. And I shit you not, I cannot to this day figure out how this happened. But I squeezed by, and somehow my zipper got caught on the back of her trousers where her zipper is, because you notice how like some ladies' trousers have a zipper on the back. And we're basically like this, like, and my dick is basically hooked onto the back of her trousers, and I'm like, what do I do? And
I'm
like,
sorry,
back and forth, back and forth.
terminology trousers is what makes this story so much better. This story would be ugly if you guys were wearing pants.
I'm like 15 years old. This is the first probably contact I've ever had with a girl, and someone who I find insanely hot. And I'm just like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Just, yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny.
And that's where bitch please came from.
Bitch, please. She was like, bitch, please. This never happened by accident. You know this on purpose.
That's the spot where bump and grind starts to kick in.
Yeah.
Stomp, bump and grind.
That's okay. There's a medical conditioning for that. It's called fraudering.
If I had the presence of mind I did today,
I had a
was like,
psychology
well,
student explain it to me.
I'd be like, well, aren't we in a situation? I'd bust the moves on her, but back then it was like...
Would you like
You
a
know
little
what
bit
I
of Eddie
see
inside
as
you?
in school? What was that movie? Superbad or whatever? Where McLovin's all like, what are you staring at? It's 10:30. And then he's telling his friends, and then I told her what time it is.
I love it. Is it in yet? No, I don't think so. You sure?
Oh, man, I still got a visual of like mini Eddie just bumping ugly. It's like, I'm sorry, it feels so good, I can't stop. I can't stop. My grandma's boy. I can't stop, it feels so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Mrs. Appleton says, "What's that wet spot?"
Sorry, I might have been a little bit premature.
You're the Forrest Gump. I ruined your
man.
roommate's robe.
Sorry, Lieutenant
would you like to wear
Dan,
my
she
trousers
tasted like
instead?
cigarettes.
It cracks me up that, by the way, Gary Sinise is in a band called Lieutenant Dan.
Come on, tell me their first single was New Legs.
I have no clue, but it would be fucking great.
You got new legs, Lieutenant Dan.
It's funny because some of these fucking people, like the guy that plays House, Greg Grunberg, and a few others are actually in a band called the House Band. Yeah. Hugh Laurie actually has a really good album out. He had a blues album out that he put out.
Well, Hugh Laurie is actually an amazing musician.
Yeah, he fucking is.
There was a piano episode with Dave Matthews, was it?
Yeah.
And Dave Matthews had to use a hand double, and Hugh Laurie didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Professional musician.
It's funny because he was on, what the hell was it? He was on Graham Norton's show, and he actually played one of his songs. This is like 2 years ago. I was blown away. I was like, because I knew he could play guitar really well. I mean, he was always, he actually did it on the show House, and if you watched any of the DVDs, he was, doing some of the shit backstage. But I was actually surprised when he was on the show, and I was like, dude.
His piano work is 10 times better than his guitar work.
Yeah, it really is.
I want to know what kind of UK trouble RNE 2K9 did, because he's been like sitting there like, oh, I've got one. Wait, I've got one. I promise.
All right, let's hear it.
I gotta hear this.
Let's hear Harry Ballsacks.
Okay.
Turns out he's a mass murderer. Oops.
It turns out he was
I've got
no, but it was all to do with drinking. In the UK we actually have, when you put your curtains up, you actually have this this wire that hooks from one side to the other.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, if you take the actually outer plastic of that, it just exposes a wire. So smashed out of my skull, not knowing what my name was, and so did my friends, we decided to attach it to one side of the fence and to another side of the fence, and it made it that fine you couldn't see it when you walked past it.
Oh.
So we decided to run to
like
the
a
other side.
tripwire.
Yeah, but we put it on head height.
Oh,
Head
High?
You plan to kill people?
He's trying to fucking garrote somebody.
fucking decapitate people.
It gets worse.
I'll be right back.
We're talking about decapitation, and it gets worse. I'm leaving.
Fact.
As we're running away, we actually saw someone running towards this wire, so we decided to jump down wherever we was behind this little hill. And as we're watching, this guy's actually a jogger, so he's actually running headfirst straight towards this wire. We're busting pissing ourselves laughing, just bursting out laughing as much as we can. This guy just does a bite flip, just fucking runs bite flip.
I can see it now.
Looney Tunes style.
Yeah. And lying there on the ground, what the fuck was that?
With the fucking circus music going in the background.
Have you ever guys ever tried not to laugh but burst out laughing as much as you can?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All three of us did that. We gave away where we was. We stood up and started to run so we saw what we looked like. We got arrested by the police and called you because we actually did that.
We used to do the invisible rope trick across a major highway.
Yeah, I like that trick.
That one was funny until some 370-pound musclehead decided to get out of his Corvette and try to beat the shit out of us. There was 10 of us. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we're sitting there like, stop pulling so tight. And all of a sudden, this dude comes flying down and saw it and fucking just. He was doing probably about $110 and melted his tires because. He literally melted his fucking tires down. That's how bad. And he gets out.
I'm sorry. If you make me melt my tires for nothing, I might want to whoop your ass too.
Yeah. Motherfuckers, I'm gonna fucking kill you. We're like, yeah, fuck you. Until the dude got out of the car, and this guy was no joke, like 6'8", 375 pounds, and it was like all muscle. And I went, fuck, I'm out. And my buddy's like, where the hell are you going? I'm like, I don't fucking care. There's wood. See you, bye. He caught one of the kids and beat the shit out of him to the cop shop.
I got one for you guys. It's kind of a sadder story, though, because it doesn't have a very good ending.
Oh, God.
Have you guys seen the movie The Good Son?
Story as well.
Oh, yes.
The Good Son. So, you know the crossbow part where he's got the crossbow, the homemade crossbow, and he aims at the cat and it misses, and he's like, yeah, it's still a little off, whatever. Me and a few buddies, way back when, 14, 15 years old maybe, we're hanging out at the creek, and we're like, fuck, we could do that. It's a busy intersection. Because we really didn't care. We were just going to shoot cars, right? Dude goes home, gets his dad's like $500 brand new fucking crossbow.
Ooh.
And he sets it up on a fucking swivel. And the swivel's it's like a
mounted. Wow.
It's not. Oh no! It was basically a stick with rope tied around it.
Okay.
That's the swivel.
I was sort of expecting like a whole military like tripod and shit like that. Shield.
No. His dad wouldn't let us take it.
But they let you take the crossbow.
Oh yeah.
Well, he told his dad that we were gonna go squirrel hunting at the creek because we'd never been squirrel hunting. So he was like, okay, whatever.
Unsupervised, that's awesome.
It's Idaho, dude. What do you want us to do?
I don't know.
I mean, we can't fucking blow anything up out here. We just gotta fucking shoot shit.
2 sons and no women. What do you want me to do? Go on.
Dude, what do you want me to do, really? I'm sorry. Every time Eddie talks, I want to talk with a British accent and just see if he can catch me on it.
I think we should switch. I should do an American accent. You should do a British accent from now on.
Really? Oh, okay.
What is the TV static?
Don't talk about my...
Go ahead. I can't do it. Go on, you forget. Go on.
All right, so he's got the crossbow set up, right? And it's at an intersection where it's not overly busy, but it's kind of a T with a dead end and on I'd say like the left hand. And that's Australian, anyways.
It's close enough. At least the mat is a little.
But we're hiding behind all these bushes in this dead stop where this little dead end is, and we kind of would poke out and just kind of shoot. Now we shot little wooden arrow dowels, I guess you could say they were. Worked fine. They went straight for maybe a couple dozen feet, and then would just kind of flip, and yeah, that's cool. One of my buddies grabs a fucking bolt that he was hiding from us, and it's a long railroad bolt. It's not the thick kind, but it's the ones that are used to drill into a tie into the soil. So it's maybe half a quarter of an inch thick. But the back of it is incredibly huge. Yep. So he sets it up in a crossbow. He puts it up. He lifts the bowstring, big mistake, and puts it right into the Phillips head of it, where the grooves are.
Yeah.
aims at a car that's way too far to hit. We knew we weren't going to hit it, but it'd freak it out.
I think I just dropped about fucking 20 pounds of fucking liquid. Holy shit.
Oh.
You just jerked?
No, I had to take a piss like a fucking racehorse out of fucking nowhere. It's like, my bladder's like, yep, we're full. Thank you, chemotherapy, for fucking screwing all my shit up.
Speaking of that, I'll be right back.
So go on you couldn't.
Young Jay, we would not have noticed if you left.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's still here? Holy shit.
Dude, I was on a phone call for like the last 20 fucking minutes.
You ever had one of those fucking hangnails that just will not go away, no matter how much you try to dig at it and pick it the fuck out?
No.
Yeah.
So go on, you were
And it
saying
gets to
this
the point where
bolt wasn't going to hit the car.
Yeah, the bolt itself wasn't gonna hit the car. I mean, we didn't expect it to. Since the bowstrings lifted, it was pushing. When he releases the trigger, it's pushing angular down.
Yeah.
The fucking bolt hits
Jesus Christ, Cobb. Your dog, Cobb.
Oh, sorry.
trolled. The bolt bounces back, and it actually nicks my buddy's eye.
Oh.
But it doesn't nick it with the flatter part, with the actual cylinder. It's the nut where you screw it in.
Oh,
shit, he took a nut to the face.
It stabs him in the eye and then flings out. So he's got, his eye was kind of pulled out. He's got a massive laceration that looks like he was wearing sunglasses all the way down.
Oh man!
None of us knew it too, because as soon as he shot, he jumped up and just kind of went and did his own thing, and we were like, "Yeah, where'd the bolt go?" Took us like 5 minutes to realize he was not anywhere near us.
He's like, "What's going on?" Was he like on the ground somewhere? Or?
As soon as he pulled the trigger, we, in our adolescent enjoyment, was like, pull the trigger, yeah! He pulled the trigger, he actually did it, he's got the balls to do it! Where'd it go? Oh fuck, where'd he go? Why is there blood? Oh shit!
Jesus!
One of my buddies, growing up, he was having BB gun fights with regular BB guns. Yeah, he took one to the fucking eye.
Oh fuck!
And
we used to do that when we was younger, man.
Like
Shit.
it hit his fucking. If you ever looked at his pupil, it looked like a cat's eye.
Oh.
Because that's how hard it rocked him. He was blind in one fucking eye, couldn't fucking see at all.
Well, at least he could say, he could pass it off and get the ladies. It's like, check this out.
Well,
I'm a cat.
okay, remember how? Do you remember? All right, do you guys remember back in the day, Method Man, when he always had that one foggy contact where it looked like he had cataracts? My buddy Chad, I'll even mention his last name, Chad Williams, has cataracts where his whole eye is that milky white fucking shit.
Way.
Yeah, and he's blind in that eye, and it was really fucking like and he worked at Subway with us, so people were always like, "What the fuck is wrong with this dude?" And once he became part of the crew, everybody would fuck with him. Like, you could go over to, like, his right-hand side and be like, "Yo, Chad, what's going on?" And he wouldn't fucking see it. And you're like, "Motherfucker, you gonna leave me hanging?" You're like, "Come on, dude." And he's like, "Huh? What? Oh, yeah." He's like, "Bad eye, asshole." He's like, "Didn't see a bad eye." And I'm like, "Come on, man. Fucking give me 5. Fuck you."
So you just give him shit about it. Like, dude, hey, look what he's doing. What?
I remember his mom got so pissed off at us for, like, you know, she's like, "My son's got a disability." And he looks at his mom, and she's a southern black woman that you don't want to piss off or anything. And he looks at his mom, and he's like, "Mom, stop your bitching. I am just like one of them." And she just stops, and she goes, "So it's okay for them to make fun of your fucked up eye?" And he goes, "Damn, Mom, that's kind of harsh." And she's like, "Well, that's how it sounded like to me." I was like... And he's like, you just see him sulk. He's like, "Damn it, Mama, I'm just going inside." I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Damn, Mom, I can't believe you said that shit." What's up?
Question to ask. Has everybody got one of them friends that will, when you wake up, it will have pranked you when you passed out drunk?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, no, I am that friend.
I've never been idiot that's passed out drunk.
Kind of wake up that we did to one of my friends.
Oh God.
You don't. Okay, let's put it this way. You don't ever want to tell me what scares the hell out of you the most, and you never want to pass out with your shoes on at my house, because One of the guys that I'm really good friends with, he's an ex-Navy SEAL that is scared shitless of clowns and midgets.
You're a dick. Oh, I know what you did. You're a dick.
You're like
And
Craigslist.
so-
Midget clown.
No, dude, you can actually rent midgets on the internet. It cost us $250 for a whole day, and I just wanted an hour of this dude's time. And we called him Country because he was from Nebraska. Big fucking dude. You know, he's 6'8", you know, close to 275.
That's irony right there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this midget didn't get punched in the face. That's
No.
Sadly.
So we're like, look, dude, we're just going to give you a heads up. We kind of want to put you in a padded suit because we don't know what the reaction's going to be. And he goes, why? I'm like, he's scared of clowns and midgets. And he goes, really? I'm like, look, we'll throw in an extra $500 if you don't bitch about it. He's like, sure, no problem, dude. Threw in $500. And I said, all I want you to do is go in this cast iron skillet and this fucking wooden spoon and just start singing happy birthday to him. Fucking banging away on it. I've never seen somebody run through a wall before.
Oh, through.
Through a fucking wall.
How strong with this wall? You need to describe this wall for me.
This wall, we're talking like every fucking every 10 inches, there's a fucking 2x4 stud, a wooden stud. And this motherfucker put himself through a wall. From one side to the fucking other.
And you said the build of this dude was 6'8", roughly what?
6'8", 270.
So he had probably a good
He had some inertia going for him.
2-3 foot wide span from shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, it was a good like 3 to 4 feet wide. About 3 to 4 feet wide. And it wasn't like it wasn't like the cartoon perfect fucking silhouette, but we had to fix a fucking wall in our house. I was cracking up because his room was just built before he came in, so there was no wiring fucking done, but it was all, you know, sheetrocked and everything was done up the right fucking way. But when he fucking went through it, I was like, holy shit. He screamed though. The best was, I've never heard any dude ever make this fucking pitch. But it was like, you know, the
It was so
high-pitched...
close to Celine Dion.
Yeah, dude, like, he was hitting, like, you know, the 6th octave, and yours was like... The dude goes in, he's like, bing, ding, 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 happy birthday to... And all he hears, wah! And I'm like, what the fuck? And he had a good 6-foot head start, and he got up on his bed and just charged the fucking wall. Like, was like, whoa, fuck! And the
I see an exit. It's a wall, clearly.
We found, well, the worst was when he first came home from Iraq. This is, you know, he came home, and I told him 4th of July. I'm like, look, dude, I don't know if you want to do this or not, but we're going to see fireworks. He's like, yeah, it should be fine. And I'm like, okay. Well, we go we go see fireworks. The dude planted himself under my Mustang.
Really?
The first firework went off, and he dropped and rolled.
Yeah.
And we're like,
I
he's
could see
stuck.
that one coming. Yeah.
I was like, dude, do you want headphones? He's like, yes, earplugs. Had to throw him earplugs, and then we had to get the jack out of the back of my Mustang and fucking lift the thing up and pull him the hell out. I was like, I told you not to do that, man. He's like, I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I'm like, look, keep the headphones on. Let's get the fuck out of here. And this was like a year after everything, you know. But he's like, I can't believe you did that shit to me. That's really fucked up. I'm like, well, I was like, you told me. I was like, I warned you. You knew it. You were shit-faced drunk the night before. And I told you, if you pass out with your shoes on, it is fair game. He's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, well, I apparently woke up to a fucking, you know, being dunked into fucking water one time thanks to him.
Well, at least you guys
Dunked in what? That must have been a way to
like I woke up with being upside down, fucking waterboarded right into a fucking into the fucking pool. I was shit-faced drunk and I passed it. It was like, how you feeling? I'm like,
I feel okay.
I'm like, what the fuck? And he just dropped me and that was the worst because I didn't know which end was up. Fucking smashed my head on the top of the bottom of the pool. I just swim upwards. I'm like, the fuck? Come up with a fucking massive goose egg on my head?
At least you guys are still friends.
That's the one thing.
The one thing the guy I actually pranked, we're no longer friends, and we haven't been friends for years because of what I did.
What kind of a prank was it though? Was it bad? I mean...
Well, put it this way: when someone passes out drunk and then vomits all over the floor, I was thinking, right, you're getting pranked. So we actually used something called No More Nails on his boxer short rim.
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
No More
No More
Nails
Nails is
you can stick
really
these to the
strong
walls.
adhesive. It's,
Oh no.
it basically does the same job that Nails does.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the big. That was just the beginning. We did that to his boxer short rim. Then we put see-through gelatin in his toilet and made sure he couldn't actually get it out without using his hands. So when he went to the toilet, he did a number 2 and he had to get it with his hands. Then we put cling film all around the front door, so when he went to go out the front house, he just fell backwards.
See, that was not too bad.
Yeah, that was.
No. Then we stuck a banana so far up his exhaust pipe that his exhaust pipe exploded. We had the morning from hell.
Yeah, you guys may have taken a little too
Yeah.
He hates my guts, and I was laughing my ass off.
The biggest prank I ever did to a guy, well, me and a couple of guys, we just, he was drunk and passed out in another person's room. So we went into his room and covered every single object in his room with newspaper. So I'm talking like like the lamp, every individual pencil, like all the fruit on the side, his bed, his pillows. So his whole bedroom was basically paper mache. It was just like, yeah.
What was ours?
You guys have heard of something called EMAC, the tape that actually removes hair?
Yes.
Well, I had a friend that actually, I still got a friend who you could do anything to. And we managed to get EMAC up his nose.
Oh.
Yeah, that comes off very painfully.
Dude, I will say this. I do pluck my nose hairs because if not, I have a mustache growing out of my fucking nose.
I would cry if I plucked my nose hairs, man.
Oh my god, I almost took a picture of the one I fucking yanked out the other fucking night because it was like that fucking big. It was in the back of my fucking nostril. I'm like, this feels like a dink. I'm like, oh god. And then I'm looking at it like, holy shit. Pulled a goatee hair and I'm like, they're the same fucking length. And my wife's looking at me. I like stuck it on the mirror. I'm like, look at that shit. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And she's like, why is your goatee hair? I'm like, no, that's a nose hair. She's like, that's disgusting.
In fact,
All right, here's one for you. What's the worst thing that you do to your old lady on a daily basis?
I'm single, so I'm fine.
Give her a Dutch oven on chemo.
All right, I might have you guys beat. You know that whole thing about.
You've never smelled a chemo fart, have you?
No, man.
Let me explain this to you.
I don't want. No.
Let me explain how bad. Okay, so I take this. There's a drug that they give me called Erbitux, and it's supposed to cause diarrhea really bad. Since I take a lot of painkillers and I also take the anti-nausea meds, it backs me up. So I can fart, but I just won't poop for a little bit. And I had one brewing, and I'm like, oh my god. And she's sleeping this morning, and I'm like, sheets over the head, and all of a sudden I'm like, and all you heard was, and she's out cold, and all of a sudden she's like, oh my god!
Are you kidding me, Eddie?
This is Smasher's nose hairs.
Oh my god! Maggots? Oh.
Oh, dude, that's disgusting.
Have you seen the guy that actually went to the hospital, actually saying to someone, I have a headache? They opened up his head, and his head was full of maggots.
There is a... You know have you ever seen like the nose douche, as I like to call it, the fucking little teapot?
Yeah, the teapot.
Right.
Yeah. Well, in Austin, Texas, apparently there are like amoeba in the fucking water, and they tell people not to use fucking that shit.
You can't use tap water, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to use tap water. Well, apparently somebody fucking did it, and they found in his brain the fucking amoebas were fucking multiplying and starting to eat away at it. I was like,
oh. I've never used that teapot thing. Has anyone ever used it?
Yeah, I have. It feels weird.
I've had to for sinusitis. There was actually a 1,000 Ways to Die. This dude takes a chick out on a date, but he's so cheap. But he wants to show her he's cheap, but he wants to show her that he's a fancy guy. So he says, "Hey, let's have escargot fresh." He goes out to his garden, picks up fresh slugs and snails, puts it on lettuce, and they eat it. A few weeks later, they go to the hospital with like just mind-altering headaches.
Yeah,
And
you don't
as
do
it
that.
turns out, the slugs and the snails had bacteria on them that was eating their brain slowly. And as it's happening, they're both in a bedside, one by the other, and they just start confessing everything before they die. The chick says, "I didn't
come back to."
The chick says, I didn't really like you. It was a favor for your sister." So the dude says, "Yeah, I'm really gay. It was just to prove that I wasn't gay."
Bro.
The number one thing
Which one had it there?
It was the dumbest thing. It was an Oriental couple that didn't have sex at all for 7 years, and they finally consummated their marriage, and they died having sex from the anticipation. That was the number one freaking. I was like, really? That is the worst. That is the dumbest. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like
They had a heart attack, or
yeah, they had a fucking heart attack. Both of them had a heart attack from like the anticipation of having sex, and they both died boning each other.
Well, if you got to go out, at least have your dick in somebody.
I was gonna say if I do die, I'd like to at least go in my sleep, or at least while I'm getting laid, so I have a smile on my face.
It's like I say, being a bus driver, I want to go peacefully and in my sleep, not screaming like the passengers on the bus. I fucked that up. But you get the idea.
Yeah, like it's funny because like the whole death and intimate bullshit, with me and whatnot.
Right.
I think like my brother was like, well, if you are to go, how do you want to go? It's like, honestly, I just want to be in my sleep. I was like, I don't want this to be long, drawn-out bullshit. I was like, this pain's bad enough. And he's like, okay. I'm like, so if I do get to that point, he's like, yeah. I'm like, can you just Kevorkian me and just give me a crap ton of, like, Dilaudid? And he's like, what about, morphine? I'm like, morphine does nothing to me, apparently.
Yeah.
We found out in the hospital. Oh, God. The last time I was there.
Now, is that built up from everything else you're on, or has it always been like that?
It's always been that way, dude. Morphine, like, I remember being younger when they had to do surgery, and they hit me with morphine, and I'm like, let me know when it kicks in. And they're like, it should be. They're like, we gave you 4, milliliters of morphine. I'm like, it's done nothing.
I can't do it.
I'm like,
guys, I'm gonna head off.
Yeah, no problem, Eddie. Thanks for being on. All right, guys. Yeah, UK guys, thank you very much for being on.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Later, guys.
I'm leaving.
Goodbye to our brothers from across the
pond.
No, it's not bad.
Click this.
This guy apparently his leg got saved by his phone. He was using a chainsaw and it fell on his leg.
Holy shit!
Look at that.
Wow.
It's a fucking Nokia. All right, Eddie. Okay, we'll catch you guys later.
Yep. Thanks for being on, guys. Yeah, I can honestly.
I gotta take off too.
All right, Co. Have a good one, man.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, hold
on.
Cobra. Oh. I was gone for a while. What am I looking up? Is this somebody's nose with shit in there?
Yeah, with maggots?
Yeah, you really don't want it to.
Okay, moving on.
So,
that's the chainsaw savior. Nice.
Here's something for you guys. I have gotten to the point with me and Vanessa that I am actively trying to do shit to her just so she'll put it up on Facebook so that her friends will comment and say, he's a dick. I am now convinced that if I take my ball sweat, wipe it across her forehead, and say Simba, that is adequate enough.
No, that'd probably be the end of you, bro.
No, it's actually not, because she just stares at me like, really? Really?
What up, reject?
And then I wake up in some fucking weird position, because when we sleep, I start off in like a 1 foot space.
Well,
I wake up, and I've got shit around my neck.
Well, that's called the Lion King. When
shit
you spin it
around your neck?
Yeah.
Like poop? Or
not poop,
shit?
but I'm pretty sure she's trying to strangle me just saying, you son of a bitch, you fucking...
So if it's around your neck, how's she trying to strangle you? Like putting your head up her ass, or...
You said shit around the neck, so therefore...
Yeah, and Zombie's just sitting there going, why the fuck do I even talk to this fucker? The wife is down, she's got one hand on one hip, I've got to go for a little bit, I'll be right back.
The only reason I talk to you is for the beard, that's it. That's all it is.
Oh, he's out.
No.
It's alright, there's 2 of them still.
Oh, man, what's up, Reject?
Not much, man, I just woke up.
I was going to say, what is it, like noon over there right now?
Evening, morning, afternoon.
No, noon. It's 1 p.m.
Okay.
And that looks like a fucking roach. Look at that. That's how you do it. Wake and bake.
What?
What's in your mouth?
Cigarette.
Filter.
A filter?
Rolling tobacco.
Oh, copy. Okay.
Yeah, cigarette filter.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm actively trying to get Vanessa to post on her Facebook just so all of her friends and family would be like, "Why are you still with him?" Because I don't have a Facebook anymore, so I kind of live vicariously through her. So whenever I take her phone,
You use her as your avatar.
yeah, basically, I'll take her phone and I'll go out in the garage and smoke, and I'll pull up her Facebook, and I'll just put random shit on there like, "I'm so gay that I'm gay." And then like 30 friends of hers will like the status. So I'm like, I could take this a step further. I'm pretty sure.
What you just explained is actually an Urban Dictionary. It's called the Lion King.
Oh yeah. The Lion King, where you take your cum and you wipe it across your forehead and say Simba.
Yep.
I'm just obsessed with it with my ball sweat because I have a massive scar on my left testicle, and it constantly either hurts, cracks, or don't think about it. Don't think about it, Backsmasher. I see your face, dude.
I'm trying to figure out how you got a massive scar on your left testicle.
I got blown the fuck up.
Okay. All right.
That was
I was going to say fencing injury.
Oh,
jump over a fence and
that was one of my worst lies, though. I tried telling my dad that. I got jumped when I was in like 5th grade by 3 dudes with my sisters there, and I hopped a fence and it tore my pants. I was so scared of the fact that I got my ass beat and I got my pants torn. I told my dad that I got jumped and these dudes tried stabbing me with a knife, but they couldn't hit me, so they hit my pants and ripped a hole in them. And he's sitting there staring at me like, really? Because it looks like a chain fence tore your pants. And I was like, no, it wasn't a chain fence. It was a knife. It was a knife. I promise, Daddy.
Oh God!
I didn't even get in trouble for it too, which was the weird thing because he was just like he's so scared of getting in trouble at this point that
he's so blown away.
He's
at the
lying.
Bullshit lie that he's just like, oh my God, I can't even do anything.
Like, oh man. Then the next day he whooped my ass and said, "Don't fucking lie to me again, you little shit."
I think the funniest thing is like how much we would lie to get out of like something so stupid when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
You make such like a bold-faced, shitty fucking lie, and you're like, I swear it was, and I'm like, and now that I've got kids and I hear some of the shit, I'm like, really?
It makes you laugh. Like you think back and you're like,
oh my God.
Really? I think I said that exact same thing. So I know you're lying at this point.
It's one of those. I'm pretty sure if you just fess up to it, you're not going to get into half as much shit as you did, with lying to me.
Oh, that's what it is with Dimitri, Venice's kid. It fucking surprises me because he says the exact same things that I would say as a kid. Because I'm thinking, and I'm staring at him. I'm trying to be the mean, angry authority, and he says it, and I'm just like, I really want to fist bump you at this point because you're going places, kid. Trust me.
Hold on for 1 second. Okay. Yeah. That's okay.
Oh right. Man.
Remind me, I have to go out and get milk.
Really?
Yeah, later on, not now.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
eventually tweet him.
Tweet me in like 2 hours. Don't forget the milk.
What are we tweeting? Don't forget the milk?
Yeah, apparently my wife just said we need milk. I'm like, all right. I'm like, not right now.
You know somebody is going to take that out of context.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I have also forgotten the milk.
Yeah, because I'll just be like, don't forget the milk. #Simba.
And everybody be like, what the fuck is that all about? Nothing, just go watch a podcast. In roughly about hour 4 or 3 or whatever the hell we're at. Hour 2. We're only in 2 hours into this thing.
Yeah, wow, 2 hours. I think this is the longest I've been on.
Yeah, I have to say, it's probably the longest you've been on a podcast in a while.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I'm at the point where I haven't even really got started yet.
Yeah, I know. I think the funny thing is, like, we usually stay on, like, shit, man. I'll stay on.
I've seen the longest one I think I saw was like 3.5, 3 and
5
45
hours.
minutes.
We got
5 hours.
We had one that went 5 hours.
Yeah, we had one that went 5.5 hours, and the last half hour was us just looking at goofy YouTube videos.
Yep.
And that's just the live part because
another 2 hours.
Well, and once I got the DM, I joined in here, and Cobra's sitting there, and he was actually like talking and everything. It's funny because when Cobra gets on here, when we're actually live, it seems like he just kind of takes a back seat and watches.
Well, I've talked to Cobra about this, and I will explain
This is Cobe the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has said to me, you know, he's like, oh, well, I don't want to interrupt. And it's like, I mean, between me and Smasher alone, like, if it was just the two of
You
us
have to
and
interrupt.
Cobra, the only way you're getting a word in is if you talk over me. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. I've used up my turn. It's time for me to sit back and, like,
It's the funniest thing, though, because if you go from watching, like, the Monday Massacre, right, where I'm talking the whole time, and then you go to LTW Live, I'm quiet the whole time, and Cobe's the one that's talking. It is like, it's like role reversal with James.
That's because actually on Mondays, he's
That's the thing.
quiet
Bring up
because-
wrestling, and we probably won't be able to shut Kobe up.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. Like, I'm really happy that, like, he gets to go on a podcast where he can do that, because, to be honest with you, dude, I'm so beat by the time, like, because you think about it.
Didn't you fall asleep during the first one?
Well, dude, okay, the first one, here's what happened.
I was saying that.
Yeah, Palpatine actually picked it up. All right, I accidentally over-medicated myself. I took 30 milligrams of Percocets and forgot that I took them. 20 minutes later, I popped 2 more, and I was also running off of, like, 50 hours of no sleep.
Yeah, you get stupid no sleep going, though, eh?
So, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all right, and I remember, like, watching some of it, and all of a sudden just going, oh, yeah,
The best was at one point you had the actual delayed reaction where, like, we said something, we all laughed, and we stopped, and we were about to move on. You're like, ha!
Yeah, it was bad. I had the Travis Blackwell fucking 30-second delay.
Yeah.
No, the Blackwell delay.
And
Infamous.
And it was really bad because at one point I'm like, I'll be right back, guys. Every 20 minutes I was getting up and running around my living room. Like, at one point I got in the shower. I was like, okay, if I get a hot shower, it'll burn off the fucking shit a lot quicker. I'm like, I'm thinking of stupid shit because my brain's just running off of, like, I literally felt like I had 3 fucking brain cells. 2 were fucking swimming in a circle, and one would occasionally smack into one of the other ones and be like, I've got an idea. If you run around the house real quick, maybe you'll wake up.
Oh, man.
Oh,
But
yeah,
Blackwell,
yeah,
man. Between him and Cobra, I've got to say, him and Cobra, 2 of the most chill, just laid back, yeah, I can take an insult, I'm not going to give it back, guys, I have ever fucking met.
Oh, I do that, but I talk.
I disagree with that statement full-heartedly because
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, dude, Johnny, that's awesome.
Wow, Johnny.
Oh my god,
Johnny doesn't know.
I don't even think he realizes he's muted.
Johnny,
like I was saying.
It always
Well
has to
played.
happen once. Well played, Young Jay.
Are you?
Nice. Right. So, yeah, move on.
As you were saying, Johnny.
That was just he can't
Well, no,
do it
just-
again because
Just when I called Blackwell out, and I'm just like, dude, I still have, like, we started a mini little
beard war,
Twitter
like,
war about it, eh?
Oh, I
He's
know.
like,
I've
man,
been
my
following
Twitter
it.
picture, my beard's longer than yours. I'm like, are we talking about, hair we used to have? Because I used to have a mohawk. And we were just going back and forth, and it's brotherly love, because, I mean, it's a beard thing, right? But
Oh, man. And you know what? Blackwell,
But
he
he
is
didn't
so
lay down for
fucking
that at all.
patient.
I gotta
So
say,
fucking
like,
patient.
I have to say, they are very laid back, and Travis always cracks me the fuck up, and I'm still trying to figure out how he connects to the Xbox One, because
Yeah, really.
he's got like the 1.5 down and the 0.5 up, like the bare minimum, and I'm like, well, I guess it's a good thing there's dedicated servers. I hope.
Oh, man. And
Ooh, by the way,
when
I'm
you
gonna
actually
say
get a
this,
chance, what?
Titanfall will actually be on dedicated servers. By the way.
Oh,
Not this bullshit Call of Duty fucking,
Hybrid servers.
I got to
the only
admit,
reason I'm going to get an Xbox One is I've seen all the hype, I've watched all the videos, and I'm like, you know what? I have got to get this fucking game.
Dude, I will
Dark
say,
I'm
Knight,
actually
yeah, I
excited
know, right?
about it.
Arkham Knight.
say what you want about the Xbox
Arkham Knights
One,
too.
because right now mine's useless, and I wish I would have bought a computer instead.
you know what? I'm kind of right there
But-
with you, buddy.
But Call of Duty, I play Hoofa, Hunted Free for All, where there's always less than 100 people in the world playing this game.
So you play against the same people?
Well, not just that, but like there's subtle lag because, like, let's face it, there's only 100 people playing. Like, what do you expect, right? but it is still a smoother, more playable experience than the same game on the 360 playing in a playlist with like 20,000 people.
Now, here's the funny thing that I noticed about with Titanfall. I was on PC, and I was playing on a UK server. Yeah, we can hear you now, Reject. Say something real quick.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
Hello.
My ping was 120 milliseconds, and I had no drop in anything, no sketchiness, like no nothing. And it was on PC. I was blown away that I had that bad of a ping, and nothing was dropping off whatsoever. I mean,
It was still pretty fluid for you?
yo, dude, it was fluid as fuck. Like, there was no skipping, no nothing. Like, I was like, holy shit, because I did a test, and I'm like, dude, my ping's at 121 right now. And they're like,
Dude, it shows your ping like right when you pull up the tab.
yeah, and they're like, are you
Wow.
fucking serious? Yeah, dude, and I was so blown away that, you know, it was that bad off, but it played so fucking smoothly. I'm like, you know what? I can't wait for this game to come out. Like, I played for about 8 hours that day. I kind of took over my brother's computer.
Nah.
The whole
He's
entire
like,
time about beta, I think I played maybe like 72 hours in total.
yeah,
The
like,
one thing I will say is that if you want to get a computer, Johnny, ask Young Jay, because he hooked me and Vanessa up with a fucking $1,000 bill that saves us $4,000. Because I was looking at like $7,000 gaming PCs, and he's like, "You're a fucking idiot." And then he
Yeah, build
does
your
his
own.
fucking magic, and he's like, "Yeah, here's what you get, that, and there you go." I was like, "Oh,
yeah, if
all
it
right."
wasn't, it was Young Jay and Travis were both the ones that showed me PC Part Picker, where now I will be building my PC now that I've got the Xbox One. I can honestly say, you know, like the main thing on why I haven't been playing is because, one, it was the chat bullshit where you have to fucking join a party and then you have to turn chat on, which now they finally just, that last update fucking fixed it. And
Hold on, Backsmasher, real quick. Recheck, say something.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. For some reason, whenever you join in, the volume control for you is always set to the lowest standard, so I never hear you.
So, well,
Okay.
if you go up to in the Hangout box where that speaker is,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up. I pulled it up because I saw him kind
Right.
of moving his lips, but I couldn't hear him. And then I pulled him up, and
I
it's
went to
all the
say
way
something.
down. Oh,
Yeah, I went to say something and I stopped. I was just gonna say that like I play on Steam now a few games and whatnot. On Team Fortress 2, I can be pinging at about 260 to 300 ms, and yeah, it'll run fluently. There's no
TF2
No
runs
drops.
so fucking smooth, period. Especially
Yeah,
for a free-to-play game.
Well, the worst I've had my ping, which is ungodly, was 900 and something. I was like, it was
Jesus.
about mid 900s.
Holy
That's because
What the fuck
I was
server were you
disconnecting.
playing on?
what
it
were
was
you doing? Trying to
American
access somebody
server.
in the U.S.?
No, okay, American. If I get on an American server on TF2, I'm at about 200 flat.
damn, dude, where are you getting
Really?
like, holy shit, where are you getting like fucking Hawaiian servers?
No shit. Hawaii's the one state that's going to suffer for everything because they're right in the middle of
Dude,
everywhere.
it's funny, dude. Their internet is so fucking screwed up out there, man. It sucks. It sucks
Yeah.
real
It's the same
fucking
as
bad.
same as South Australia here in Australia, obviously.
Yeah.
Dark
I don't
Side
know.
Cloud, be right back.
Because, all right.
I don't know how many times I was gonna say I don't know how many times I've played Trials Evolution with Gerg, and oh my god, it is such a pain in the ass, lagging my ass off. It's funny as hell because Gerg gets a kick out of it, you know, when you're raging that bad. But
Well, Gerg and Alien actually, they were actually up here for
yeah,
2 weeks.
yeah, I
They're
remember you
they're
telling me
back-
about that.
They've driven back home now. It took them a day and a half to drive back. Yeah, well, when they were up here, they were staying at Icy Drewby's house, and he has, if you're hardlined at his house, his internet is pretty beast. And yeah, they were playing on his connection. There was practically no rage from them at all. Like, okay, I'm talking about Alien here.
I was gonna say
Alien
Alien rages like, you know, at the drop of a fucking dime.
Like, well, there was a couple of rage quits from Gerg, but that was obviously game-based, not lag-based. And, but yeah, they've gone back home, and they jumped on Xbox last night for the first time getting back, And all I listen to is both of them going, I want to go back to Drew's, I want to go back to Drew's, fucking this lag, his internet was so good, what's wrong with my internet?
Now, check this shit out. There's a company, Verizon, Fios is what I have for my internet. And when it first came out, they only had, like, the highest you could get was 75 up, 25, or 75 down, 25 up. And then, which is pretty solid. A month later, they come out with 300 down, 150 up. They just
what you had for the longest time.
That's what I still have.
Oh, okay.
They just went to 500 down, 300 up.
God damn.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? For $160 more, I can go do that. I'm like, yeah, I can't justify having a $300 fucking cable bill because my wife will fucking kill me.
Dude, different fucking story if you're running like a fucking server in your fucking
just say it's your subscription to Pornhub.
Well, here's the funny thing. I had to download a software from them because it was too fast for my wife's computer to compute everything. Her computer would lag out. She's got a brand new freaking, it's an Acer Aspire fucking touchscreen fucking notebook. And her computer would just constantly lag on the internet. And she's like, what the fuck is the deal? So I had to contact tech support. And they're like, yeah, it's most likely that her computer, the speed for the internet is too fast. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And they're like, no. I'm like,
such a thing exists?
I'm like, such things exist? And they're like, yeah. So I had to I pay $5 a month because it gives us 50 gigs of storage as well. So she stores all our school stuff on there, so backup. But it literally slows the internet down so her computer can actually compute everything. I'm like, I spent how much money on a fucking computer for you, and it's too and the internet's too fast for it? I'm like, piece of shit. God damn it. Should have bought the fucking Asus that I wanted. Ugh. By the way, I apparently was a dumbass tonight and grabbed a Cherry Coke and then a Cherry Coke Zero.
Ugh.
And didn't realize it when I mixed it, and it actually isn't that bad.
Oh, Cherry
Coke
also no.
Yeah, I love Cherry Coke, but I'm not a big fan of the Coke Zeros.
I like the Coke Zeros. I don't like I don't like Coke products. I like Pepsi products.
See, I don't like cherry Pepsi. It just tastes weird. I like Cherry Coke, but I can drink either or.
I can agree with you on that one.
Like their Cherry Coke just tastes off. Coke's Cherry Coke is just bomb to me. And when I did that, I'm like, I wasn't even paying attention. Then I realized I had a black cap and a red cap, and I'm like, we'll just mix them together, see how it turns out. It's actually not that bad. I just expected it a lot worse. My son.
Johnny hate me all night. I don't care.
Why? What are you making fun of bacon?
Oh no.
I love the fucking birds in the background with Reject. It makes me feel like I'm, in a subtropical area. Wait, I already am.
There you go. I just did a speed test. No, I just put it in the chat then. And, that there is what I have to deal with.
That's still better than Blackwell's. Your down is way higher.
Let's see what my speed test comes out to.
It gets pretty bad.
Okay, fuck that Simba picture.
Simba.
Yes.
Your face is just gonna get thrown on. I was gonna put on Rafiki, but I'm like, he already has a beard.
Have a good day tomorrow. Yeah, love you. Good night.
I feel like that was like leave me alone wave.
A fatherly leave me alone wave.
You disappoint me.
No, sorry, the last one, the wife, I bought her this cool, Yukon XL Denali with all these buttons and features, and she doesn't fucking know how any of them work.
Yeah, the American one.
So I always got to go, fold this seat up or that seat down or push this button.
So I got to ask, is everything in kilometers up there, or is it miles per hour?
Yeah, it's all kilometers.
Except for Johnny's Yukon.
My Yukon, because it was bought in the States,
Mm-hmm.
it's like up here, I don't know about down there. Yeah, I do, because I have one. The big circle is usually kilometers, and the little circle is usually miles.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's the other way around. The big circle is miles, and the little one is kilometers.
Ah.
Let's just say there's a lot of converting in your head that goes into it.
So
Because 50 miles an hour in a 50-kilometer zone will get you in trouble.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so this is my speed test, and this is with the Wi-Fi booster, because before I found out when I was doing the podcast back here, I had a 0.5 down and a 0.3 up.
God damn.
Holy shit, your ping.
My ping, if I'm hardwired in, is usually at a 2.
Yeah.
Hey, Palpatine, I'm going to send you a picture of my face and Vanessa's face. If you can put my face on the baboon and her face on the fucking Simba, that would be awesome, dude.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I sit down, and she looks over and she says, I don't know who has the picture of Simba up, but tell him to keep it up. That's all I want to look at right now, because that is funnier than shit.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. Actually,
I'm waiting for this picture. I still have it up. That's cool.
Oh yeah, she doesn't know how the whole hangout thing works. She thought it went away. It's fucking Johnny.
You only realizes this?
You didn't realize that?
I did.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Are you blonde?
What chat are you following?
Oh man, it's just fucking. Johnny's like, yep. If you ever come to Canada, I'm gonna beat you with a hockey stick.
Yeah, you're not in trouble till you see me with a hockey stick.
Yeah.
I've already seen you. I already made you with the hockey stick like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but that's not a real hockey stick.
Oh, it is.
Nope.
No, fuck off.
I had a PNG, a picture. I typed in real hockey stick.
Yeah, damn it.
Share this result.
Let's see what
What is this? All you guys' speed results right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to look at that.
Dude, that's mine hardwired into my normal house connection.
Yeah, that's mine hardwired, well running. Like, well, that's mine at 8 o'clock at night. In the middle of the afternoon, it's even, and it depends on which server I go to. That server is fucking 3 hours away drive too, right?
Damn, 40?
That's a nice ping there.
Oh, yeah.
15.
5 for Young Jay.
Yeah, but that's because I'm also using a server that's outside of my city. It's not the closest one.
Yeah, dude, my closest server is literally like right around the fucking corner from me, so.
Sure, it's not fucking double that's running that one.
Yeah, mine's like 20 minutes down the street.
See, that's what upsets me is my speeds are, well,
your speeds are nice, dude. Fucking 64.74.
but it's still an 85 millisecond ping.
Yeah, I know. That's
Like, that's what made Call of Duty so hard all those years. That's why I
Yep.
thought I was going to be good when Ghost came out, and then I'm like, you fucking campers.
yeah. That's the thing that like cracked me up was when Black Ops 2 came out. Everybody thought it was off their internet speed, and I was like, no, dude, it's off your ping.
Mine's atrocious.
So I had to go into the DNS server.
Now I'm kind
and
of curious what mine is.
if you would sit there and fuck with it, like you can set up to Google. There's actually like a program that'll find the closest ping for you, and you can actually set, manually punch it. Manually punch it in. Fucking hiccups again. Fucking chemo. All right, it's gone.
See, my problem is I live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Dude,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Great ass connection for
You still have a solid connection, it's just a shitty ping.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the problem, right? Because I mean, like, yeah, like I mean, I'm just looking at the map here. I'm 3 hours away from Calgary, which is our biggest center near here. I live right above the middle of Montana. You know what I mean?
Christ. Yep. Shit, dude, my ping's. I'm wired. Mine's wireless, and my ping's 40 or 35. God damn, I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
dude. When
I'm sharing.
Yeah, so when I do the funniest thing was like, I was like, man, Verizon's ripping me off, and it's because of the walls, the way my house is fucking done.
Oh yeah.
And it's because it's like, it's a block home if you think about it. It's concrete and fucking. There's no wood, in the fucking house. Like our windowsills are fucking marble. Which is a bad idea when you have a kid bouncing on the fucking bed and she bounces her face right off the fucking marble and gives herself a fucking goose eye. Yeah, dude, the baby used to flop into the pillow on our bed, and our bed was level with we didn't have a headboard, and it was level with the fucking with the windowsill, dude. And she was like, haha, I think she was maybe 7 months old, and it flopped, and all I heard was, and then the delayed. And I'm like, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. And as long as with Sophie, you didn't make a big deal about it, she was good.
Oh, yeah.
But, dude, she had this goose egg right fucking here, dude. I mean, it was like out of rhinoceros horn is what it looked like. And my mom's like, what the fuck happened to the kid? I'm like, she bounced her face off the marble. She's like, oh, my God. I was like, yeah. I was happy the way she hit it. She goes, why? I said, if she would have been like 1/8 of an inch down, it would have been stitches in that kid's fucking forehead. Because it comes because it's not like the edges are sharp on it, not fucking beveled at all. So, dude, I've smashed the back of my hand on it, like waking up in the morning, like rolling over. I'm like, oh, rack. I'm like, oh God. And it sucks because being on chemo, you know, if I get cuts now, dude, I'm still trying to figure out how people get tattoos when they're fucking doing chemotherapy. Because my fucking cuts take like 2 to 3 weeks to fucking heal. Unless I'm not, like, I have to use, like, Neosporin and shit like that. And
have you tried taking any, like, vitamin supplements or anything?
You know what? My doctor actually took me off of all my vitamin supplements because it was fucking my system up.
I forgot to grab a drink.
One of the issues was it was fucking my stomach up really, really bad because it was too much for it to intake. And I would actually, when I was my first batch chemo, I got really sick every fucking time. And I remember he was like, dude, he's like, it's the vitamin supplement that your stomach just can't break down. He's like, and it's causing you to throw up. I'm like, well, okay. And I finally got back on the vitamin supplements, and I just use Neosporin, and, you know, that actually works for all my fucking cuts for the most part. Because when they do, it's called Tegaderm, when they do the port, like my port's like right here, and they put that clear plastic film.
Right.
And sometimes, like, if they don't put the adhesive, like, it prevents it from, like, you know, causing your skin to itch and shit like that. And one time she didn't do it, and I broke out in a rash all the way the fuck around it. Like, when they pulled it off, it pulled skin off. Because it's on for 2 days, and like they pulled it off. I was like, oh my God! I had to sit there for every day and put Neosporin on it, and it healed in like 4 days. But if I'm not using Neosporin, I'll have a cut that'll be there for fucking ages. And the bitch about the Erbitux is it causes fucking hangnails. Really fucking bad in the fucking cuticles.
Oh, man.
So I have this hangnail that's on this fucking finger for the last 3 weeks that I've been like gouging the fuck out. And it also does it to my big toes. So like the one time I'm not thinking, dude, I had an ingrown toenail. I didn't even realize it until I took a step, and all of a sudden was like, ooh, that's pinching. And I had to dig it the fuck out, dude, and my nail literally went like, it was like perfect, and then there was this jagged fucking like that fucking far into my toe.
Oh.
And like I pulled it out, and I'm like, oh my God, no wonder that fucking hurt so bad. My wife's like, what? I'm like, I can actually walk on this foot now. And she's like, how bad? And I actually tweeted a photo of it the one time.
Ugh.
And you could see like how bad the fucking nail was. And they're like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, that was in my toe. I'm like, this fucking sucks. I'm like, but you know what? For all the side effects that I've had for this chemo, nothing compares to the fucking first batch. You know, I mean, that was the worst. Like that, I can honestly say I lost my will to live at that point. My 7th treatment.
No, I think the worst one that I ever seen, my oldest sister, Sabrina, she had ingrown toenails on both her big toes.
Sorry, what was her name?
Don't worry about it.
Sabrina, the teenage witch.
Yep.
I didn't want to say anything.
If you met her, you say
it's alright. You were thinking it loud enough for everyone.
She's not a teenager anymore, is what you're saying.
Yeah, she's 27 and married, so fuck off. All right, I've already got Tater looking at my mom. I don't need you going after my sister.
Is this the same sister you're questioning?
You should probably call him Dad by now.
Yeah, never gonna fucking happen. Never.
Daddy
unless
Tater.
I am fucking. Tater Daddy, who's your Tater Daddy? Who's your? Oh God. Oh.
We just call him T Daddy for short.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't bring out. Oh, but no, she had ingrown nails, and the doctors. She had to actually go in and have operations done to have the nails removed.
Mm-hmm.
But she had them so bad, and this was like the worst thing. The worst fear I have is needles. I can't stand them for whatever reason. I either pass out.
I have tattoos everywhere, but I fucking hate needles.
Yeah, I can't stand it. But it's only watching it. I don't mind getting my blood drawn because I'll just strike up a conversation of something stupid that gets everybody laughing.
I can't watch the shit.
Yeah, I can't watch it.
I don't know what it is.
Well, I was sitting there and I was staring at my sister's feet because her toenails had grown.
Did they actually curl down?
Yeah, they grow over and into her foot, but also on the sides, they had begun to go in.
Oh, fuck, dude.
So she went in, she had the surgery, but the doctor had to take 5 needles of varying sizes and stick them underneath the nail. Oh, I tell you what, I gave my sister my hand, said, all right, go ahead and squeeze it. If it, like she crushed 2 fingers in a row, just crushed them out of nothing.
I think the worst was I had an I-beam fall on my thumb when I was working in the welding shop, and it wasn't like a massive I-beam, but it was enough where it definitely made the thumb black and blue. And underneath the nail, my fucking shit started to swell. And they're like, yeah, there's only one way to get rid of that. And I'm like, okay. They're like, we have to pop it. I'm like, pop what? They take a fucking drill bit and fucking heat it up. And they're like, and they're just
diamond-bladed drill bits in every emergency room.
And they're like, and I'm sitting there with alcohol, fucking, dropping it over. And he's like, all right, we're gonna go. Ring, ring, ring. And all I see is pop. And squeeze, and it's like my fucking thumb was farting blood out. But I'm like, and I'm sitting there watching it going, I'm like, oh my god. And all of a sudden, I popped through my back out. He's like, well, I'm like, it's fucking hot. And then dumping fucking alcohol on it. And I'm like, oh, that fucking hurts. But as I squeeze down, it's like this fucking volcano of blood goes zipping out.
Oh, no.
And it's literally making a farting noise as I'm squeezing it because there was all that back pressure. It's all yours. And they're like, what the fuck was that?
I think the worst one I did to myself was I was 17. I just got out here to Idaho. And I wasn't 17. I was 16, and the chick that I was dating was 19. Yeah, it's up near Washington, Montana area.
Yeah,
but I've been there on the way to the Promised Land, Salt Lake City. Sorry, I was raised Mormon. The furthest I've made it into the States is seriously Salt Lake City. So I could go see the temple, and I'm like, there's a reason I drink alcohol, caffeine, smoke cigarettes, like all the things that like other religions are okay with.
You're not part of the FLDS?
No.
Thank God.
Fuck, I got one that's enough trouble.
Everywhere out here. But anyways, I was 17, she was 19.
I like your potatoes.
Shut the fuck up! God damn it. I'm 17 and she's 19, alright? I'm at her apartment and we're fucking around. And I decided to be like, hey, I'm pretty cool. Check this out. Have you guys ever played Boy Scouts Chicken? Where you take your knife and you throw it at your foot so you can get it closer?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Well, I showed her, hey, this is what we used to do, and I threw a fucking fillet knife down, a fillet knife down.
A fillet knife.
Fillet.
Kill
That's
me.
what we call
What
it.
are you trying to fill?
Well, no, in Idaho, it's probably a fillet knife.
Yeah,
It's better than Johnny. Johnny goes melee. They're not melee kills. They're melee kills.
My meaty.
Okay,
No, I stuck the knife through my big toe, and it cut all the way down to my bone.
You
just to the side of my... I melee'd my big toenail. But I was looking at it, and my body instantly went into shock, so I didn't feel a thing, and I was like, maybe it just went through the toes. Pulled it out, a stream of blood just comes dripping out of my fucking tennis shoe. And I was like, oh, well, this can't be good. I'll be right back, babe. Walk to her bathroom. The whole way there, it's just like the squishy, wet sound. I was like, oh, this ain't gonna be good. I pull off my shoe, my toe. I've got a fucking gash that if you're looking at the, I'll put the thumb up. If you're looking at the toe, it's cut. Looks like from the bottom halfway in all the way to the top.
Oh
fuck.
So I call my mom up. I'm like, hey mom, what are you doing? She's like, nothing, just watching Law and Order. How's your day going? Great. Can you take me to the hospital? She's like, why? Well, I put a knife through my foot. What the fuck you do now, you little son of a bitch? I'll be there and die you. I hate you. Click.
Well, now how much does it cost to put a knife through your foot? Because in Canada, it's free.
I don't know. I'm paid for it.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I think
In all honesty, I don't know how much it cost, but it was the worst fucking feeling when I had to get 2 needles stuck in underneath my my nail, so that they could numb my foot, so they could clean it out, because they didn't know what microbes or whatever were crawling around.
the worst thing I've done to myself was I was working at Subway, and we just got new knives in, and those knives.
Subway, it's kind of like food.
Yeah, it's kind of like processed fucking food. And
Yeah.
Fucking hate Subway.
I was doing tomatoes, and the core wasn't working that well, and I'm going really slow, and somebody said something to me, and I turned my fucking head, and I stuck that much of the fucking knife blade right into here, into the fucking web of my fucking hand.
The meat. Oh,
Right,
the meat.
it went right into the soft spot, and I fucking held it, and I'm like, oh god. And they're like, what's the matter? And I'm holding the knife like this, as this thing's, all you see is, in my hand, this knife is about that long, and all you see is this much sticking through my fucking hand, and I'm like, we got a problem.
No.
And they're like,
Vin Diesel? Really?
Yeah, Vin Diesel, like the fuck?
Yeah, we got a problem here.
Vin Diesel. And so,
Jesus.
the worst thing was, I'm like, do I pull the knife out, or do I fucking leave it in? So I'm like, all right, well, I pulled the thing out, whipped it open, and it's like this vagina is what it looks like in my fucking hand.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm 16 years old, I was 17 years old, had to find my parents so they could take me to the hospital, get to the hospital, and I did so much nerve damage that these 2 fingers went fucking numb and my thumb went numb. I got like 72 stitches on the inside of my fucking hand and 6 on the outside.
Anybody else here at TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from Wow. CK.
Is it for me?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not the TV. That's Vanessa being fucking loud. What are you doing out of the kitchen? Who gave you shoes?
She sounds like an info.
Where's my beer?
Where's my beer? Why aren't you pregnant yet?
Dude, XboxLive.com has a fucking counter going down fucking Titanfall.
That
Yeah.
straight up
geez.
sounded like an infomercial. I'm like, what's getting sold in the background?
Dude, the weirdest
Vin
is
Diesel.
Okay. Canadian television, right? I was up in a hotel room. I was working up north for a couple of weeks, and I had a hotel room. I just
television, goddammit.
Yeah, through
Canadian son of a bitch.
Well, here's the thing. Throw the infomercial channel on, because whatever. I brought my Xbox with me. I was playing zombies because I didn't have a good enough connection, but whatever. And all of a sudden I realized what they were selling was, it was a fucking dildo infomercial. I actually have a video on my channel.
What the fuck were you watching?
I don't know, but I'm like, they have a dildo infomercial? Like, is this just a Canada thing, or just a Northern Alberta thing, or?
This is what I don't get, is that you hear Young Jay talk, and he sounds like he's from fucking New York, and you hear Johnny talk, and you're like, yeah, you're fucking Canadian.
Okay, well, you know the stereotypical Canadians that say, hey, like the Canadian rednecks, for lack of a better term, in the middle of fucking bald-ass prairie fucking Canada? That's where I'm from.
And I'm from
Young Jay is from Montreal, and might as well be from New York.
Where they think they're hard ass.
Yeah, but every once in a while they slip up.
Yeah, once in a while I can't lie, I do.
Hey, you're just lucky you speak in English.
Reject, I gotta ask you. I know out in the Aussie country, there's different kinds of the Australian accent. But do you guys actually like go to war with each other on whose part of Australia is better?
No, there's a football match, or we call it NRL over here, or rugby league. There's a rugby league match that they do between 2 states. It's between New South Wales and Queensland. And they do 3 games a year.
Is that to prove who's better?
Most die-hard Australians do. There are some of us who don't really watch it, like myself.
So you guys.
So that would be like a Canadian not watching hockey, right?
So
because they're out there,
no.
they do exist.
That'd be like a Canadian not watching that'd be like an American not watching the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Oh.
So now here's a question for you then. So do you have issues with Kiwis? Now you know what I mean by Kiwi.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure, like, with the Australian and Kiwi relationship and whatnot, it's sort of like a give and get given kind of thing. Like, we give them shit and they give us shit.
It's kind of like the Samoan Hawaiian thing, then.
Right,
In case anybody doesn't know what a Kiwi is, it's a fucking New Zealander.
I was about to say, I'm fucking lost here.
AKA Boba Fett. Here's the funny thing.
Okay.
Boba Fett's a Kiwi, by the way.
Yeah, and I constantly call him an Aussie.
So real quick,
pissed about
BJ, can you kind of pan around your room, because right now
He's not a room, he's outside.
Are you outside? Can
Yes.
you kind of pan around?
No,
because I am loving the background that you have. Like,
That's his front
you've got all these
back
plants
porch.
and it just
dude, he's so
looks awesome.
For 2 walls, a roof,
Alright, hang
and a
on.
floor. That's it.
He's outside, you horse's ass.
I know.
What
he's
he's saying,
fucking cliche.
what he's saying is he feels like he walked into like a decorative room.
Yeah.
In
Alright.
what's it called?
What
God damn
kind
it.
of plant is that behind
IKEA in IKEA.
IKEA.
He
IKEA
looks
is
like-
Swedish,
That-
not
that- that-
Australian.
That plant is a green one.
It's
Thank you.
a green one.
We have green plants here in Canada, too.
God, look at that. Why does that look so much better? Oh, Australia.
Yeah.
Because he's in Australia and he's
Yeah,
not in
let's go
fucking
out.
bumblefuck Idaho
No shit, man.
with the wind
No,
chill.
your scenery is probably more like mine, zombie.
I'm gonna say, yeah.
No,
you know what's funny?
mine is literally. I'm in actually a really big desert part of
See,
Idaho.
the funny thing is now,
Yeah.
Reject's scenery is like my scenery here.
See that's just gorgeous. That makes me want to come to Australia, but then I remember that you guys have funnel web spiders,
Yeah,
and
but
snakes that kill you
Your
with one
toilets
eye,
flush the wrong
and-
way.
and your
I'm-
fucking
I-
toilets
I'm-
are weird.
Now,
I'm
do you have
24
drop
years
bears?
old. Do you know how many funnel webs I've seen?
I don't
What?
want to know.
None. Do you know how many snakes I've seen?
None.
2. And that was because
How
I was
many
actually
roos?
I've seen
roos.
more snakes than that.
Okay, that big patch out the back,
I see a snake every
we,
week.
we get him out there. And
Roos?
I am
Yes.
about
Johnny
10,
got it.
15 minutes drive from Brisbane, which is the big city.
Yeah.
Nah, and we've got kangaroos out here. Nah, and there's one really,
the other
really
thing
big
I
is,
heard
one.
it.
I've been
problem
following
I
you guys
have
with the news.
Kangaroos.
Fuck your
These are not
kangaroos.
real.
I'm talking now, you son of a bitch.
See, you understand how this works.
No, but I've been following you guys.
If he pays attention, it doesn't work that way.
You're fucking die, young Jay.
I thought my headset cut out. I didn't notice either. I'm sitting thinking, like, why did everyone just go quiet? What the fuck?
When you hear a ding, you don't see anybody pop up, it's usually me muting somebody.
Yeah, if you hear a ding and I suddenly go quiet, it's because I
If,
pissed
if
young
I
Jay
start
off.
talking about the strip club being open on a Sunday morning because of a hockey game, he'll mute me again.
No.
That shit's just epic.
No, that's epic.
I know,
don't
but
care. That
the
is
fifth, what was
absolute-
it? The fifth time I
8
told
a.m.
that
and
story in the
strippers.
same
Yeah, it's
podcast, I got
Like,
muted.
okay, enough with
Yeah.
the fucking story.
Dude, now I heard with golf
Competitive
courses.
drunk.
I heard the
man.
golf courses
Competitive
down
drunk.
in Australia have issues with the kangaroos.
Only some of them. There actually are a lot of them who just call up the animal welfare, I think it is, and they just come and grab the kangaroo and put it in a truck and drive it out to the middle of nowhere and drop
Do
it off.
you eat kangaroos?
Me personally, no.
Oh,
But
you can't.
No, sorry, I lie. I've tried kangaroo, but it tastes really weird to me.
It's really
so,
gaming.
But
Yeah,
like if I went there, and I'm not trying to be ignorant or anything, I just don't know. Like, could I order? Because I heard a rumor about a kangaroo burger.
They are around, but you have to sort of travel more inland in Australia. Like I'm on the
Okay, so like
eastern,
it's
I'm
not
on the eastern
like
coast.
so like McDonald's doesn't sell kangaroo burgers.
No.
No, you would
All right,
actually.
It's like-
so just so you know, Reject, you are now the face of Australia to us. So
Well, I got Ghost. Ghost is where does Ghost live? He's also Australian. He's like
He lives
pasty
somewhere.
white Australian though.
He lives somewhere.
I think it starts with an
all
M.
right, so hypothetical question for you, Reject. Johnny White Trash shows up and says, "Hey, show me around, eh?" Where do you first take him?
A little
Yes,
more
I'm
raspy,
at your
please.
front door, and you
Little
haven't
more
shot me
raspy.
because you're not American.
Dick.
I wouldn't shoot you, Johnny. I'd make sure to have a strongbow for you. Be like, here.
I
want your $2
If Johnny
Four
showed up
Loko is what
at my
I
front
want.
door, I'd likely just say, "You have the best beard I've ever seen. Please let me get you a beer."
I'd take you right over to 7-Eleven and get you the $2 Four Locos.
I want the fruit. Yeah, I do.
But yeah, Reject, if
there's
Johnny
$6
shows up at
up
your
here.
doorstep, where would be the first place you take him to try and scare him off?
Yeah,
Scare him out of Australia.
Where's gonna be like, whoa, shit, I'm off the ranch, send me home.
Australia Zoo.
Really?
Send him
Steve
in the
Irwin isn't
Australia
there
Zoo?
anymore. You can't take him there.
No, they actually got a memorial way for him. It's actually Australia Zoo is actually now on Steve Irwin Way or street.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, they named the street after him.
Now, isn't his daughter
if you go
still
in
doing
there,
a lot of
you
that
can actually, If you go in there, there's actually massive crocs, and if that didn't scare him enough, I'd say go to Northern Territory, where your chances of survival up there are greatly slim.
Yeah.
All right, unless you do a YouTube video about it, I don't believe you.
Picture it didn't happen.
YouTube croc attacks or crocodile attacks and whatnot, and almost every single one of them is in New Zealand, in Northern Territory.
Dude,
I know. I follow you guys' news. I've actually thought about leaving the U.S. to go to Australia because I figure if everybody out here is going to act like a crook, I might as well go to the original colony and just say fuck it. Because everybody I talk
we got
to,
fucking crocodiles.
Well, Australia has proved that if you put enough criminals in one place, they will reform.
Yeah.
and colonize and come back in greater numbers.
Yeah, there you go.
So what's some of your biggest crime issues out there?
Murder.
Probably just drug rings and whatnot, I guess.
Well, I guess the main question is, there's a story on the news. A 16-year-old is dead. How did he die? Stereotypically in Australian news.
Stabbing.
Stabbing?
Yep.
So not a snake bite.
you get bitten by a snake in Australia. Not only will you not make the news, you won't even make it to the front of the emergency line.
I got a snake bite. I'm dying. He got stabbed. Fuck off. I like it.
Oh, that is awesome.
Now, on the opposite end, though, I show up in Australia at your front door and I say, man, I want a party. Where do we go? What do we do? What do we drink? First of all.
Okay. Well, if you're here and you say, I'm only here for one day, I want to get blind, I want to paint the town, etc.
So just for reference, blind means drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, then
I'd send you to Fortitude Valley and I'd say, call me in a week.
Oh yeah, now what is it? What kind of music do they play?
Fortitude Valley has a massive variant of different clubs. So they've got there is gay bars there. There's
Perfect for Johnny.
That's totally what we're up.
Johnny don't care. When the bear is hungry, he will eat.
So basically, he'll drink kangaroo piss if you tell him it's beer.
Yeah, no, that's the main thing though. Like, what do we drink?
I don't know. Something under the sea.
Right now?
Seeing it to be your first time in Australia, I'd have to get you an Aussie beer.
By the way, look at Palpatine's picture.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm trying to ignore it.
That's epic. I'll be right back, guys.
Because when you say Australian beer, and again, I'm ignorant, all I hear is Foster's, because that's the only Australian beer I know.
Foster's.
Well, does America have Tuies?
The fuck is a
Have
Tui?
what?
Okay, then yeah, I'd probably grab you a Tuies. It's TOOHEYS.
Sorry, how do you spell that?
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
TOOHEYS.
We don't have those.
Oh, okay, you're
like,
another one of those country who uses H wrong.
Think of it like what's that popular one? Sparks. It's like an energy drink / alcoholic.
Yeah,
I love it.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's what a Four Loko was.
That's what Four Loko was. Before it came to Canada.
We've got one over here that's similar to that. It's called a Pulse, and it's basically it's almost like having a Red Bull with a whole bunch of vodka in it.
Yeah,
I like that. Now, we're at the club, right?
Bottles
wait,
full of
wait,
bud.
wait.
Like,
What the
yeah.
fuck is a vodka?
Oh, that's
Vodka, you
Australian
son of
for
a bitch.
vodka.
Let's just. No,
Hey. Okay. Now, do me a favor here. The guy who sang Ice Ice Baby and Go Ninja Go, what's his name?
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice.
Is not Vanilla?
No, it's vanilla.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out which country, because I remember this clip from the 9 Inch Nails video where Trent Reznor and David Bowie are talking, and David Bowie's like, yeah, I went into Under Pressure, and there was a bunch of kids in the front row, and I swear I heard them say, why is he doing Vanilla Ice covers? And I loved it because it was vanilla.
It's UK.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice covers.
For that, we got to get a hold of Eddie and RK for that explanation. But
what's the strip club like?
I love it when they say aluminum. Aluminum.
I've never been to one, so.
Do you have
Really?
strip clubs there?
Yeah, we do have strip clubs. A friend of mine went there to one of them for his 21st. Oh, sorry, for his 18th.
I was about to say, what's
21st
the
for
age?
us,
What's the
18.
big age in Australia?
Legal drinking age is 18.
Yeah, okay, well that's the same as half of
But,
Canada.
but by the bylaw, if you haven't got pissed by the time you're 16, you're just not Australian.
Canadians the same way.
See, the nice thing about when we went to Germany, you had to be 16 to drink.
Yeah, isn't it 16 like drink beer and like 18 to drink hard stuff?
No,
Okay,
it was just 16, and it was cool because the second we hit international waters, while we were flying, and I was with the school trip, I'm like, can I get a bottle of Jack Daniels? Thank you very much. And I remember my teacher going, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm 18, and it's legal. She's like, are you serious? And she asked the fucking flight attendant, she goes, yeah, he's allowed to drink.
Well,
The
Mom
entire
was
school is just gone.
Yeah. Mom was a military brat, right? Like, she's born in France, but she lived in Germany till she was like 12. And that must have been before the laws because they were like 12 years old, and there would be a beer truck that come around, and she could go buy beer if she wanted to.
It was 14 at one point, I know that much.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta say, my dad made this fish dip. Fucking phenomenal. My dad bought us. My dad, ever since he retired down here, has taken up fishing, and I've been telling him to buy a fucking smoker because I'm getting sick and tired of fucking doing all the smoking. And he finally fucking broke down and bought himself like a $500 fucking phenomenal fucking smoker. And he's like, I'm gonna make fish dip. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. I'm doing a fucking. I just did a brisket today for him. Fucking got a 10-pound fucking brisket. And smoked that shit all fucking day.
Cool.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sorry, but Reject looks like a fucking celebrity out here in the U.S., and I can't put my finger on it. I kid
You
you.
know who he reminds me of is this, like, if he was slightly older than he looks now, all I picture him saying is, we gotta go back, Kate! We gotta go back! I do, the guy from Lost. That's what I see.
Is that what I'm seeing here? Because he's got a civilian look to him, and I want to say it's like Fassbender.
Can I help you out?
Yeah, there's two people in America that I've been told I look like. And one is Tom DeLonge, the guitarist for Blink-182.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. Kinda.
Yeah, it was a kind of thing. That was more
Depend on
more
which
the hair.
phase he was in.
Before they went all.
Yeah. Okay, I can see it. Yeah.
And the other one was Jared Leto. Or Leto, I don't know how you guys say his last name.
If you shaved, I could see it.
I don't see the Leto because
Jared Leto has a massive beard, man. It'd probably make you cry.
He has a beard now.
He has a beard.
Yeah, now
like
he's got a fucking beard.
Jared
No, but
Leto
if
is
somebody,
always going to be that fucked up kid who got his arm cut off in the saddest movie ever.
What?
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
Oh, I always remember him from My So-Called Life.
I remember him from God.
I only remember him from Requiem for a Dream, just because Jennifer Connelly was in that, and she got ass to ass, and that is fucking delicious. Oh.
Now, I remember Jared Leto in what is it? Escape Room? No, Panic Room.
Panic Room?
Panic Room.
Yeah,
I
he
have
was
to say,
he was the crook that had cornrows.
Look at him.
And
he was also on Fight Club.
they set him alight and he jumped through a window. You know,
And
Jared
also-
Leto's only
Actually-
ever made it through like one movie alive. In every other movie, he's died.
Yeah.
Like Lord of War, he got shot in the back by a militia. You know, like
He made it through Fight Club, didn't he?
No.
no.
Yeah,
First class.
Oh,
Wait, was
No,
he in Fight
no,
Club?
he was in Fight Club. He got the shit knocked out.
Yeah, he was
pretty
the
boy.
blonde angel face guy.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
the one that got the shit rocked out of him.
Yeah, if you had lighter hair, Reject, you'd look like who is it? Peter Fassbender, the dude that played Magneto in First Class, X-Men First Class.
What was that? I look like Brad Pitt. Oh, thanks, man.
You wish.
Don't worry, so do I. You know when he grew the beard out. But
Yeah,
he
when
still
you
has all
shave
his
your
hair,
ass.
fucker.
There it is. That's him. Orlando Bloom. That's who you are.
Yes.
God damn it.
Yes.
Look at
See,
him.
That's why I didn't. That's why I wasn't saying anything. I'm like, hold on, give me my Photoshop
Yeah.
for a second.
Yeah.
That's who it is.
See,
Totally.
it's
Fucking
tilt a
Orlando
little bit to
Bloom.
the right.
Just kind of go ahead. Just tell
Yeah,
us-
just tilt to the right.
See, it's him.
Totally. Yeah.
Hold on, just stay like that for a second. Let me see if I can do that real quick. I'm not
Photoshop.
Photoshopping
Don't
it.
hold the
photoshopping
pose
you.
for the Photoshop guy.
No.
Trust
Never
me
let me
yeah.
on
when he
this.
tells you, hey, just stay like that for a second.
I Snapchatted him a bunch
that.
of stuff, and he screenshotted all of it, and now I see it everywhere, posted on other things.
Great.
Okay, we're good.
I swear to
Follow
God.
me on Snapchat for poop faces, Team White Trash.
I swear to God, man. Chemo
Follow
on
me.
my fucking...
Follow me on Twitter for those reposts.
I swear, with chemotherapy on Fridays, dude, my fucking hunger, like, hits back with vengeance. I think it's because I just don't eat enough when I'm on fucking chemo.
Is it like munchy hunger?
Dude, it's like out of nowhere, all of a sudden, it's like, bam, you gotta eat something or you're gonna pass the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, okay. And it happens, like, in intervals of every 3 hours. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Thank God for Costco or Sam's Club and Uncrustables, man.
See, Sam's Club, we don't got that around here.
You have a Costco's?
Oh, we got Costco.
You have Walmart's?
Okay, there you
We
go.
got Walmart's.
Walmart's is
I
like...
am the people of Walmart. I
love
don't
that
care. It's
website,
like
by the way.
it's like I'm wearing pajama pants. I don't feel like getting dressed. Fuck it, I'll go to Walmart.
That's half my fucking podcasts. Dude, I'm serious. My dad looks at me and he's like, you really don't care how you look when you walk out of the house. And I said, Dad, I have stage 4 colon cancer. I have worse things to worry about than how the fuck I look when I leave the house. Like, I went to get my stomach drained, and I made sure that I didn't have any belt, like, you know, anything metal on, because they had to do a CAT scan to fucking see how much fluid was in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it. I'm wearing my fucking flannel pajama pants, fucking Phillies hoodie, with my tablet, and my fucking pajama pants are a little bit longer, so they're like, you know, frayed at the bottom of my fucking shoes and shit. And he goes, you just don't give a rat's ass what you look like. I said, Pop, I've learned this in life. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. I said, if I'm going to go in and get this shit done, I'm going to go get this shit done. Everybody else can just eat my ass. He goes, I like how you think of shit. I'm like, look, man, there's worse things to fucking happen. I was like, as long as I'm fucking got a clean pair of underwear on, I was like, oh, shit, I'm not even wearing underwear.
Oh my God! Look at Palpatine. He nailed it.
Yeah.
He fucking nailed it.
I gotta ask you a question, Smasher, because you said Phillies hoodie.
Yep.
And, like, obviously I've lived where I've lived forever, but, like, when you move, like, if you're a Calgary Flames fan because you live in Calgary and you move to Vancouver, because people I've talked to, this has happened, the first thing they're trying to do is get you to convert. Throw out all your Flames shit and buy all Vancouver shit because you live in Vancouver, they're your team now.
Yeah.
Now, is Florida and football and the States...
Like, baseball is actually the thing. Like, I'm a diehard Red Sox fan. This is actually my wife's hoodie that I just kind of stole from her.
Yep.
And they absolutely hate the Red Sox down here. There's, you know... The feud with the Rays and the Red Sox is almost getting there to where it's the Red Sox and the Yankees. And I get so much shit talked to me. They're like, oh, you should be a Rays fan. And I went, yeah, I like to go to the World Series and win. And they're like, what are you trying to say? I'm like, well, my team doesn't choke in cold weather. And they're like, what are you trying to talk? And they're like, what are you trying to talk about? I'm like, you guys went to the fucking World Series. You went against the Phillies, and it snowed, and you guys lost. I was like, you guys fucking suck. That's all I'm gonna say. I was like, and on top of that, I'm like, your field looks like fucking shit. And yeah, I'm a diehard Red Sox fan. They're like, oh well, you know, you don't have as many championships as the Yankees. I'm like, you guys don't have any championships. So do me.
Because like Vancouver up here, they've been a team for 40 years. Because I knew some Vancouver fans. They've been a team for 40 years, and the closest they got was Game 7.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Where they gave up and then burnt the town down.
Yeah.
It's not like Montreal where they all stayed home from the war and won a bunch of Stanley Cups.
Kiss my ass. Still got 25, bitch.
Now, I got a question for you, Young Jay, because honestly, I think you're the only person who might agree, because we both think that Carey Price is overrated, right?
Agreed.
Now, Devin Dubnyk, the old Oilers goalie, went to Nashville and then up there. If he plays backup, I guarantee you the CBC announcers within a year will be like, I really like what I'm seeing out of Devin Dubnyk since he got here, because Montreal Canadiens are the favorite in Canada. You know how everything's supposed to be unbiased?
Mm-hmm.
No. Montreal is the best fucking team ever.
Oh, I know.
Like, if you watch Canadian broadcasting, like, it's just the way it is.
They praise the shit out of the Canadians. I know that much.
Yeah. And, like, don't get me wrong, they're not a bad team. I don't like them, but they're not a bad team.
Dude, they've been a shit team since we lost fucking Yaroslav Halak.
Yeah.
He was
Where did he just got traded, too? Where did he go now?
Oh, fuck. I think he went... Oh, where the fuck did he go? I think he went to, like, fucking
I can't
Blue
remember.
Jackets?
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. Yeah. Well, the thing that blew my mind from the whole trade line thing, and I did a video on it, but the two trades that blew my mind were Roberto Luongo, because he was unfucking tradable,
Yeah.
and Martin St. Louis.
Yeah, what the fuck was that, dude?
Like,
they got a fucking steal in
the
a hand.
media has been going nuts ever since St. Louis didn't get picked for Team Canada the first go-around.
Yeah.
It wasn't until Stamkos couldn't play that they sent him. And because Stevie Y, because apparently I can't say Yzerman. Yeah, whatever.
Yzerman?
Stevie Yzerman?
Yeah, Stevie Yzerman. But
Yzerman, goddammit.
Stevie Y. But they made such a big deal about him not taking St. Louis to what would probably be his last Olympics. And it's like, and then all of a sudden he gets traded out of, I thought, nowhere. Like, that one shocked the living shit out of me.
Yeah, that one actually did, because down here, of course, I'm not a big Lightning fan, but everybody down here, you know, they're fucking batshit crazy for him, and I keep telling them they suck. But there was a big fucking stink in the newspaper about it. They're like, oh, I can't believe we fucking got rid of him. I'm like, you guys got fucking screwed.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I can't believe the Panthers are who ended up with Luongo.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
He got like 10 years left in his fucking contract, and he's already 30-something. Like,
Yo,
wow.
Jay, how could you let Backsmasher, an American, jump in on yours and Johnny's conversation about Canadian hockey? What the fuck are you doing?
Smasher's from Philly. It's a hockey town. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
There's certain towns in the States that just get instant hockey credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the original 6.
No, but I'd actually like to just have like 1 hour of Young Jay actually talking.
Well, we've had that a few times.
Usually when we
If
go
you
out
listen
there,
to the earlier days.
It's if you
like
actually,
a month ago.
It all depends on the fucking
That's not
subject.
the earlier days.
It's the second we go off air. Young Jay's yapping the whole time.
Yeah.
He's camera
It
shy.
also depends on the fucking topic.
well, that's the thing. And plus, we talk over him a lot.
Yeah, like his mic is really quiet too sometimes.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not gonna lie
yeah.
on that
I know.
one.
I'm struggling to hear
I think
him.
it's the Google Hangout instant mute thing. Like, if I start talking and I don't realize somebody else is talking, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I see a little green bar. I better shut up.
And then you're quiet, so they're quiet, and then all of a sudden, well, there's nobody talking. So, anyways, back to hockey.
I fucking hate dead noise. I really do.
Yeah, I'm completely there with you on that
Every
one.
video I've
we don't
got,
get,
except for my
dead
Let's
noise,
Plays,
so.
if there's like 0.25 seconds of dead noise, instantly edit it out.
It's
Unless
still,
you'd be taking a drink.
I still have to say it cracks me the fuck up that it takes Eddie like 9 tries to do his opening.
I know.
No, we were talking about that on his podcast. I'm like, how long is, I'm like, how many, how long is it for you to do? He's like, usually 45 minutes. He's like, I usually do my opening. It takes like 7, 8 tries. Like, god damn.
I can't believe that because like.
You know what I'd like to see him do is
videos are-
put out a fucking what is it, outtakes?
Like a
edition of
bloopers,
the
yeah, like
yeah,
Brumac.
bloopers reel.
Have you ever seen
Like
Brumac fucking
Brumac
do
does
that?
at the end of his.
Well, it's because it's like he has to get in character in a way.
Well, it's funny because Brumac actually, like, 2 years ago posted a fucking bloopers reel of, like, everything that he was doing. If you search deep enough on his channel, and it's fucking hilarious because he has his shit scripted out for him on a piece of paper, like,
yeah, he
bullet
reads
point.
he reads the whole thing, but he does it in multiple ways because he doesn't like the first version.
He's like,
And the whole point of Brumac is delivery.
Yes.
Like me, I don't know about you guys, but me, I just get drunk and try and capture key moments, whereas I'm going to try and create this moment, which is totally harder, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, see, when I was actually capturing and making commentaries, it was just all about what do I want to fucking talk about? Okay, in my mind, like terrible pain, like Payne was saying, I just kind of mentally outlined it as I was recording it, and then I bring it up to my editing software and this, that, and the other. Which reminds me, that fucking pisses me off the fact I got my Elgato, I sent it over to whatever the fuck her name is, and I got it back. I sent it back. I sent it to her like a few weeks ago, and now I've gotten it back. I've actually been trying to get a hold of her to say, hey, do you still want this? And all of a sudden, nothing.
I don't want it. Send it my way.
I don't know if I don't start
it.
using mine soon. I'm gonna give mine away.
All right, hey, if you want to get rid of it, I'll take it because I'm having issues with my Elgato.
Well,
I need to upgrade. I'm still on Pog.
What's my old one? I got an
if I
Ava
can-
Media that runs off component. I have no idea
Who's
what
on
to do with
Hopog?
it.
I got a Hopog, so does fucking Reject.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you what. You guys have to death fight for it. Winner gets the Elgato.
Dude, it'll cost more to ship it to him than it would to me.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I'm keeping my Elgato is because there's a Doom beta coming out.
Well, now I'm kind of interested in
turn
keeping
my
my Elgato
Xbox
just because I got a chance to play the Elder Scrolls beta, and I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I win.
What?
I win the fight. I get the Elgato.
Oh, you muted me.
You muted the wrong person.
I win the fight. Get the fuck out.
I give Reject first strike bonus. He gets +4, so I...
Oh, it was the wrong fucking.
Even it's the wrong person.
That's
the wrong.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably looking at his screen like, what the fuck did I do? I
No,
never.
no,
I've been quiet this whole time. I haven't done anything wrong. What the fuck?
I mean,
Wait,
I thought he muted me because I put his face at Orlando Bloom.
Holy shit! I didn't even notice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not lying to you. I literally just assumed it was the Orlando
Oh my god, you know
Bloom
what?
picture.
I completely, holy shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
man.
that is officially who you look like, Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, it's
But
Orlando
don't
Bloom.
worry, bitches go crazy about Orlando Bloom here. I went to, and
I got
I
a
hate
missus,
Lord
man.
of the Rings, but if you're gonna go watch it, you might as well watch it in theater. I went to the third one.
I own all the Lord of the Rings.
He likes to watch himself
Call me
act.
gay all you want, man. I love the series.
Dude, I've seen them
I was gonna
all.
say, it's a damn good series.
Yeah.
I did like it. I
No,
liked
it's not. Okay.
you shut your
outvoted.
fucking bearded mouth, you right now.
I'm outvoted. I give up.
It is a good series. I went and saw what was it, the one before Smog?
The best
actually,
line in that
actually
whole
comes out.
series
What-
is,
Like,
what's
that's the
this?
journey.
Smog.
This, my
Yeah,
friend, is pint.
took
It
the old
comes
lady to go
in
see it.
pints.
God damn it!
The rest of the series sucked.
What was that, Johnny?
Oh no, I was talking over Zombie the whole time. So I was just
No,
gonna
we
sit
didn't- we
here
didn't
and
hear you
smoke
at-
and shut up.
No, we didn't hear you at all. Can you repeat it though? I needed to hear what you were saying.
Okay, well,
You had a good point.
And you almost
I so saw that coming. I was actually hovering over the mute button as well.
Everybody's trying to get the fuck out. All of you. God damn it.
Oh god.
It's like, fuck it, I'll just drink.
Yeah, I do. Oh.
Oh no, it's become a
quad
mute
feed
fest.
dough.
Quad!
Mute fight! Mute fight!
Still a quad feed nonetheless.
Mute fight! The first rule of Mute Club is...
Still suck. I'm still quicker than y'all.
The second rule of Mute Club is you do not
You suck.
Mute Club.
All of Johnny's cutting in and out.
If this is your first night at Mute Club, you have to mute.
Man.
Oh my god.
This has become idiotic.
Here at hour 3 on the Smashcast.
Pretty sure I just got to
And
muting
now
each
we're
other
down to
saying,
muting
"Fuck
each
it."
other because we don't like each other's opinions on movies. Oh man. And no one especially
I'm
likes
a
yours.
Star Wars guy, so obviously I don't like...
Here
Star
I
Trek.
am over here. It's
No,
just
I like
me,
Star
Orlando
Trek
Bloom.
and Star Wars. I heard a beep. I just instantly
Oh.
assumed it was me.
Everybody hears a beep, they stop talking, they're like, hold on.
I'm actually not getting any of the beeps. All I just wait for the little green box to come up saying someone got muted.
But alright guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night here.
Alright, man.
All right,
You
man.
know what? Yeah, I think we're going to call it a night. It's 11 o'clock. We did a 3-hour podcast tonight.
Yeah, shit, man.
It's only 9. Fuck
I
it,
guess-
let's go.
I got to go Clan Wars.
It's only 9 for me too, but fuck.
I haven't
We've been
tried
doing this
the
for 3
ring.
hours.
I
Alright.
need to go eat lunch, so.